Welcome, welcome, welcome. All the high energy out there, welcome. Grand rising to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Aborigine channel. Good morning, peace and blessings. Rise up, wise up. We here. This morning, and I want to sit here and say gratitude, so much gratitude to everyone that had got a chance to step in and wish my chiefess and I a happy anniversary. I want to thank everybody. What's up? Good morning, Grand Rising, Damian Washington, Real Chief Real Rap in the morning. What's up, Lady Solo? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I had a long weekend. I had a chance to celebrate with my chiefess, and for those who know, when I'm home, especially on these occasions, I really don't talk when it got down to the weekend. So that was a special weekend. Okay, so it is what it is. But DBPA, salute to you. There's a lot to be discussed this morning. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that I'll be waiting for Chief Real Rap to get up on the panel in a few, and then we got Indigenous Warrior 504. He'll be up in the cut. But Damien, how you been doing, brother? You was in the city. I hear you was in the city. Long time no see. That's my former, that's my alumni, high school alumni. Peace and blessings to you, Damian Washington. Halito Browns, Halito to you. Halito and high energy to you. Because, we live off the sun. A lot of people have to understand that we manifest off the sun. We are the people of the sun. We manifest off the sun. Okay? You said sound. If anybody can hear me clear, let me know. Hold on one second. Can you hear me, my brother? Let me know. Can you hear me? You said sound. Am I having audio sound? Anybody can let me know if I'm having audio sound. Could you hear me clear? Grand Rising. We got takeover in the house. For some reason, I'm gonna do this again. Give me 1 second. For some reason, my brother, we got some brothers that's having trouble getting on. So give me. Okay, I'm gonna wait. We got American. We got Buy American Indian Strikes in the house. How you doing? You can hear me clear. Thank you. Okay, we had some audio problems. Give me 1 second. I'm having trouble getting the brother on. I did send the invite to you, brother. What we're gonna talk about today, while the others are trying to get set and try to come on, what we're gonna talk about today, and I sit there and I think about it. We get so close to connected to people who does not have the same views that we have. Okay, that does not think like we think. I want you guys to understand we have a lot of people out here that does not think like we think. They want to kumbaya everything. They want to love everybody, but love their self. And we have a lot of brothers, brothers and sisters out here that want to, they open arms for everybody, but we're trying to build with each other. We are trying to build with each other. We got Lotus Gemini in the house. Everybody's not going to make it to where you're trying to get to that promised land. Everybody is not going to make it in that promised land. We have brothers out here that still believe in the, still live in the consciousness of Africa. We got Bronze in the house. I just let you on. I wonder what's going on, my brother. Hold on 1 second. You having trouble getting on, bro? Chief, this real rap, we having trouble trying to get him on. Give me 1 second and look in the chat. Oh, your camera. I accepted you on. I don't know what's going on, my brother. But as I proceed and we go on, we having technical difficulties trying to get the brother on a live. I don't know. I see you in the. I see you in here. I'm trying to accept you in. I have not removed you from the stream. You're in the back trying to figure out what's going on your end. How you doing? How you doing? Shaylee Wu. Shaylee Wu in the house. You say you can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me. Everybody know. Can you hear me loud and clear? Everybody let me know. Well, put the arrows, put the fire in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know, could you hear me before we get this started? I got one of my chiefess brothers who trying to get in and he said he cannot hear me. We can hear you okay. YouTube, yeah, YouTube gotta be with StreamYard. Well, we're gonna proceed this. We're gonna move forward. Okay. The basically what I'm trying to tell people is that we starting to see Tariq Nasheed. We got Brother Lawrence in the house. We starting to see Tariq Nasheed. We starting to see the brother all of a sudden go from that Pan-African theory and talking more and more. Is he clout chasing or is he turning over the leaf? Is he moving over more to us? We're trying to figure this out because we got a lot of these Pan-African big channels that are now trying to move over and jump on our bandwagon. We're trying to figure out, are they waking up? Are they clout chasing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Because this is what I don't have a problem with them waking up. I just don't understand. I'm just very, very cautious. I'm just very, very cautious because we don't know. We don't know what they here for. We don't know. Because I have seen this even in young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh is starting to talk about we had already been here. All of a sudden, we got Tariq Nasheed, young Pharaoh, big channels like these channels that are now coming into our consciousness. I'm trying to figure out because you have to be aware on who you can trust in these YouTube streets. Because they're riding our train. They're riding our train. Are they in it to win it? Have they finally woke up from the African, they African, I want to say this dream that they all come from Africa? Have they woken up? I try to let you in again, brother. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I just accept you again. Lashana in the house. We got Lotus Gemini in the house. The takeover is in the house. And I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. I still believe that they may be Pan-African agents. Yes, I do. I believe that within my heart that a lot of these people are agents, that they're trying to get close to us. Borough in the house. You only dream when you're sleeping. You only dream when you're sleeping. I love that comment. I love that comment. You only dream when you're sleeping. And we have a lot of these people who are sleeping. We have a lot of people who are sleeping. They're not woke. They're not woke. You really want to believe that they're woke, but they're not woke. Everybody has a time of waking up. Everybody has a time of waking up, because let me tell you something, that Pan-African theory is not paying no more money. See, the people are not donating like they used to. The people are not donating to these channels like they used to. The gig is up. I want you guys to understand, when the gig is up, they are worried that they are losing their clout. So they want to ride and jump on the coattails of the Aborigine. I could not believe that I finally heard Tariq Nasheed say that we were not natives, that we are Aborigine. I could not believe I heard that out of his mouth. Because he was connecting us. You could tell he was just learning. You could tell that he just started learning, because he was calling us native. He was calling us native. He said that we were connected with the natives. Now, all of a sudden, we are separated as Aborigine. You can tell who listens and who don't. You can tell. I want you guys to understand that. That's what I keep saying. Everybody was walking around saying, stay woke. I'm like you. I have to wake up first. That's right. That's right. And everybody gets caught in that. You know, I do understand that everybody does not vibrate and learn on the same level. Everybody, it takes a while for people to get connected and to themselves. There's a lot of people that could not think in their mind that they could be Indian, because they were deceived. We have a lot of brothers out there that has been deceived. Okay, we're gonna try Brother Real. I don't know what's going on with Chief Real Rap, and I have him on here, but I don't know what's going on. We having poor signal, I guess, because I'm trying to get Chief Real Rap in here. I was waiting for Indigenous Warrior. What we was gonna do, we're gonna try to drop the StreamYard app. Once we drop the StreamYard app, we can do it. We can do it in the chat, and if we do it in the chat, because I'm on the road, I'm in Georgia right now. I'm on the road, and when he comes back in the chat, I'll get him to drop it. And when he drop it, then when he drop the link, maybe we could try to get you on through the link. Chief Real Rap. But I want you guys to understand that these channels that are out here, they you know, you have caught on. You have woke up. Sinetta and them channels are not as strong as they used to be. That's why they have been trying to tear us down, because they want us to be on the same boat as them. They want us to stay on the same boat as them. See, they have this theory. See, when they realize that it sounds ridiculous. They realize it sounds ridiculous for all our people to be on slave ships. And they starting to realize that something is not quite right. They're starting to realize, and we finally got the indigenous team in the morning. Halito to you guys. I want you guys to understand in the chat. We're gonna try to not be cussing too much. Okay, I don't mind the cussing, but I'm moving to be monetized. And I want you guys to understand that we're gonna have clear-cut words, okay? So we want to be much better when we talking. Okay. Go ahead on. Indigenous Warrior, what's up? Peace and blessings to you.
What's up, brother? How you, man? Peace and blessings to you, brother.
It took you a while to clock in to come on duty.
Oh man, I was taking care of some things right quick before I come on and make sure I was cleared and stuff, and everything. So what we got going on, brother?
Do you understand how Tariq Nasheed all of a sudden now he was first talking about Native American and he first was talking about Native the things that he was talking about that we're connected to Native Americans, that we bred with the Native Americans. Now he's starting to acknowledge Aborigine. Do you find that strange?
Oh man, he trying to get on whatever boat that money can bring to his table, man. He out here cloud chasing, trying to get on the boat because he know Aboriginal is a new kick now. He trying to get away from the Pan African.
But we trying to let people understand this. Our message is not new. And I was just telling on the other segment, the first thing that they come at, and I don't know about you, my brother, but now that we're getting stronger and stronger each day with our tribes, and we've been talking about this with our tribes, I'm starting to realize that they're getting upset. They're getting worried. They're getting worried and they're getting very upset. And I'm telling you, one of the reasons why they're getting worried and upset because we're getting self-knowledge with ourselves. And the thing is, we were just talking about this with Chief Real Rap, is how they got them out here talking about we get all our information from and no disrespect from the chief Dan Calloway, but they think that this is something new, that we all just woke up one morning and we start watching YouTube and we all of a sudden thought that this is what we followed our master Dane Calloway. The way rise up real talk.
You gotta look at it like it ain't our fault that we decided to pick a book up and read and stuff, bruh, and further our knowledge. It's not our fault, You see,
But
you gotta look
it
at
don't
it
come
like
through books, my brother. It comes through bloodline. I don't need a book to know my bloodline.
But look, it starts. You got everything. I
That,
understand your bloodline and everything, but a book, everything goes together. When you start researching, everything starts adding up. Then you're gonna start sitting back and think about some things. But he been telling this Pan African lie for so many years and making movements about this and that. So now he afraid to come to terms to what he really are.
what
It's
you think
hard for
about
him to
that
let that.
Chief Real Rap?
It's hard for him to let that
No,
lie go, man.
I don't know what happened to Chief Real Rap. He's having an audio problem. He keeps coming back in and it comes out. I don't know what's going on. But what I was saying is we have to understand that there's always an agenda. We got Sheer Bad in the house. Shout out to Sheer's Bad in the house. We got Lil Plum in the house. We got, of course, I just talked about El Boro, and we got Sheeby LOLO in Indigenous.
But I was just saying that look how much money he made off of that Pan African kick. Now he trying to make that same amount of money off his indigenous kick. He only on the indigenous kick for money. You can't take no knowledge from him. He's been proven
Now,
to be a flip flopper.
what do you think about Young Pharaoh even throwing out the name Aborigine?
Same thing for saying, look how much money he done brought in off of this African Pan, bro. You can't take these guys serious, bro. You cannot take them serious. You can't even take them. You can't listen to what they say because they've been proven to be flip floppers.
Wow. I sit here and I tell people, I say, do you understand the money and power behind all this that all these people want to do when they want to connect themselves? And what I was trying to tell you, yes, books are needed. Yes, books are needed because we're finding a lot of great history through books. But when you are connected to a bloodline, that is more deeper than a book. Okay,
True.
you are able to catch up on who you are through your bloodline. And I want people to understand that we don't have the same blood type as Africans. Now that is no disrespect. It's just different bloodlines. We got old sun in the morning. Oh, sun in the morning and out here. But I want people to understand that it's not a personal endeavor against Africans. That is not no disrespect, to Africans. We're trying to let people know who we are. We're trying to
That's
let
not
people know
that's
who
nothing.
we are.
There's nothing wrong with letting them know, but that's not. But you gotta be careful who you talk to because these guys is only out here for the money, man.
Yes, they
And
are.
it's sad. I'm not gonna. It's sad, but it's true. A lot of people is that they're doing this. See, you have to look at all these people that come over to their business, so they know it's a lot of money can be made over here. They're not doing it. They're not doing it like for me and you for our purpose. They doing it
Everybody,
for cash
we're
out.
not in it for the knowledge. Everybody not in it. We're gonna go back with Chief Real Rap. as, soon, as soon as I try to say I'm gonna go back with Chief Real Rap, we haven't. Could you do me
He
a
must
favor?
be. He must be in the mountains.
Nah, no, he gotta be in the mountains because we've been trying to. Could you go in the chat, my brother, and put the link in the chat so we can make sure others get a chance to come in?
Okay, well, anybody on the computer can copy the link for me, so they can put it out in
Yeah,
case we want
but
to
don't.
prefer the
When he's
reference.
gonna go in the link, don't anybody with a computer please copy the link. Go ahead, brother. Good, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Grand Rise, Grand Rise. I was hopping here to maybe give Chief Real Rap maybe a little bit of help because sometimes StreamYard acts a fool. If you have a lot of things running in your background, if he's using his phone, if you have
Okay.
a lot of things running in your background, you have to close all of that out and just be on StreamYard and that's it. Or it
Yes,
can cut your audio out.
yes. I'm glad you stated that. For those who come on, make sure that you turn. You can repeat that for me. Go ahead.
Yes, make sure that StreamYard is the only app that you're running. Make sure you go in your window and make sure all your apps are closed. Sometimes also if you're charging your phone while you're on StreamYard, it can make your audio go in and out and you can't understand people. So make sure everything is clear.
Okay,
But I gotta go, my baby's crying.
All
Y'all
right,
have a blessed day. I'm in the chat.
all right, all right.
Peace.
We got Chief Real Rap back in the house. Can I finally get a word? Chief Real Rap. Hold on 1 second. But let me call in. Call in Peanut. My mic is tripping. Okay. Give me 1 second. Um, could you do me a favor? A 504 Indigenous Warrior.
What's up, brother?
Chief Real Rap is having a trouble with his audio. Could you call him on the phone while being on here with us so he can be able to so he can get his word across. He want to come on and say something right quick.
All right, let me see what I can do for him.
All you gotta do is call while you on the phone with us.
Hold what you got.
All right, hold on, Chief Real Rap. He's gonna three-way you. We gotta get him on the phone by calling. We got Bobby Blues in the house. How you got? We're talking about this because I have told people all the time, identity crisis. That's how they manipulated us a long time ago with identity crisis. Okay, it's all about money and power. You think Jesse Messi Jackson would have sold out on us if it wasn't for $1? You think in 1988, if it was not for money, that he would not sold out on us? I want you guys to understand that. Jesse Jackson, it was only 25 years ago when Jesse Jackson and his clowns have helped turn around, got us going from being called copper color to now so-called African American. We got Brother Welch in the house. What do you think about this, young blood?
Identity crisis. Oh yeah, it's no secret. They pulled the smart one. The oppressors they've always pulled this smart move with us. Here's how they did it. They know who we are, so guess what they do? Instead of reclassifying their own race, which we've been doing, we consider them as Caucasians or pale skin.
That's right.
They do it smart. They do it smart though. I give them credit where I'm like, they smart with it though. They know who you is, what they gonna do. Reclassify you every time by generation, not by every year, every generation. Every 10 years, they reclassify us every generation of every year. Like 1920s, colored, and all that. So-called African American, refugee, all that. And I'm just looking like, dang, we really is the only people, us as American Indians, reclassified to something different. That's what I'm putting my. That's why when I see the census gig, I remember in school they used to have. I used to not understand it at the time. Like, why would they have us as quote unquote black and quote unquote African American? I'm like, I never thought about that at the time. I could have just put myself as American Indian had I realized it. I said,
because black, we all know black does not exist.
Hello?
All right, hello. Are you guys on three-way?
All right, hold on. Let me turn the phone up for you right quick, brother.
Okay,
Let me take my shit
because, because of the audio,
Hey.
we got
Peanut,
Chief Rap. Yes, I can hear y'all just fine. Go ahead.
Let me refresh my.
What happened to the brother? Now you're gonna refresh yourself. You're talking about.
difficulties.
I never can get this stuff right. You know what I'm saying? We trying to keep a clear cut conversation. You know, we trying to get it right. Okay, go ahead. Let's. All right, go ahead on.
Hey, Peanut.
I'm here.
Peanut.
I can hear you, brother.
Moors are Muslim. That's facts. That's facts. Moors is Muslims.
Hold on 1 second.
Moors are definitely Muslims. I like that. And that's a great history teacher, Chief Fleming.
You can go ahead now, brother.
All right, yeah. All right, so
All right, go ahead, Chief Rap. Go ahead. Hello.
Go ahead, real.
All right, yo, check. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, so y'all's talking about Tariq Nasheed, right? So look,
yes.
Once again, look, respect and love, peace and light to the tribe, peace and light to the nation, to the lineage. Tariq is an opportunist, and what he's doing, see, he's still trying to mix the African with the with this Indian culture, with this American Aborigine Indian culture, and there's a rat out there that's doing similar things, you know what I'm saying? And we got to exterminate rats. So basically, I would tell the lineage to, if they want to watch, like there's a documentary he got on bug breaking, right? And I saw he had dropped like a snippet yesterday. And you can just see in a snippet, it's misinformation. There's still a lot of slave narrative, and your people was never slaves. The slave narrative is fake. It never happened, man. You was never slaves. And it don't matter if people say, "Oh, we're not playing word games." Now words are important, and you were prisoners of war, and they want you to still believe that from Africa because this nigga is an agent. You know what I'm saying? They still want to take you away from the land, and they want you to believe that you're from Africa so that you don't have any ties to your heritage, your culture, your origin, your roots. You know what I'm saying? me and Peanut and Mr. Follow Full Brother, you know, Chief Son out, we all from Louisiana, man. We got roots. Kurt Washington, we got roots down here in Louisiana. And you know, I'm not giving up my culture or my heritage for no bullshit ass Tariq Nasheed. As far as what he's trying to do now, he's I haven't seen the documentary obviously because it hasn't dropped, but I know he's spoken on it before. And I know he's going to touch on New Orleans as far as being a port city for when so-called slaves would come in. Let me tell you, you were war torn. You were war torn because your ancestors were fighting against, you know what I'm saying, a lot of different forces as well as ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You really, to know this history, you really got to hit the 1800s. And salute to my chief Coda. You know what I'm saying, Coda Key. We study a lot, and basically in the mid 1800s, that's when all this shit really went to. That's when we dropped the ball. Our ancestors dropped the ball because our ancestors basically, their backs were against the wall. So this is what happened. These pale faces, these Slavs, they would put out this opportunity for the ancestors, but they would put our ancestors in fucked up predicaments. And I got to go back a little further. You know, you have to touch on the Indian Removal Act and work your way through. And we had a lot of our ancestors, the ones that we used to big up for so-called Black Wall Street. I can personally no longer big them people up because when I updated my information, I found out the majority of them were coons because they made the conscious decision to trade on their people. And that's what Tariq Nasheed is not going to show. He's going to show some bullshit where, you know, you still coming from Africa, you still getting shipped in, and it didn't go down like that. The Slav came here from so-called Africa was really barbarian. You know what I'm saying? And that's the what we know as so-called white people today. That was the Slav, and that's what he and she are, and that's what they've always been. You know what I'm saying? And they took their story and placed their story on us. You know what I'm saying? We were never slaves and we were never Slavs, and we never gonna be Slavs, can't be Slavs. You're the original man and woman on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the mother goddesses of the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's gonna show. He's gonna try to show how, which is partially true, and see that's what you gotta be careful of. Niggas like Tariq put 10, 15, 20% truth, 70, 80% lies, you know what I'm saying? And my chief always asks, if you're going to drink a glass of life-giving water, are you going to drink it with any contaminant? You know, like I was going back and forth with my brother yesterday about chew the meat, spit the bones. And I tell people, why am I going to chew contaminated meat? I don't go for what that means is they'll try to tell you, well, just take the information that's good and remove the bad. No, fuck that. That means it's all contaminated. And that's what people like Tariq Nasheed do. Umar Johnson, that's what they do. They hope that you chew the meat and that you still get some of the poison within your system. That's why I tell my brother, I don't chew no fucking meat and spit no fucking bones. I'm vegan anyway. On top of that, like I said, with the knowledge, you want 100% truth. You don't want 90% truth with 10% poison.
That's right.
So to the relatives, just keep a vigilant eye, man. Always watch out because you have the greatest story never told, but it's being told to this day. My people are waking up. We have the greatest story never told, but it's told all throughout history, and other people steal our story. It's never told because it hasn't been told from our perspective at 100%. Fuck this story. We got to get back to our story, telling our history, our lineage, our origin, our everything. You know, that's why, you know, I salute my sisters and my brothers that do field work. They don't just come on the internet and talk. We out here working, put things down, make things happen like behind the scenes. So salute to everybody out there, man. It's just a little piece. I'll come back and chime in, Peanut.
Yeah, shout out to Chief Sun Owl. Well, we got a chance to talk to the grandmother last, and I said grand, not grandmother, meaning she's the high. We all look up to Chief. This she's the very wise lady. We get that's one of my mentors. I want to shout out to Chief Sun Owl. But I want you guys to understand that that Umar Johnson, even young Pharaoh, polite, and you talk about all these Pan African brothers and sisters that are out here that's fighting the power. They love to fight the power, talking about we are we of Africa. And I was listening to the interview with this African, and he was talking about that that you people don't even know who you are, and you're trying to tag on to our culture, and you don't even know who you are. He said, no disrespect, but you need to know who you are first. Now, if it's okay to love our culture, but you're not our people. And that's the problem right now, is that sometimes we want to be a part of stuff that does not apply to us. Sometimes we want to be a part of things that does not apply to us. We went for many years of listening to our oppressor tell us about us. Many years of them dictating who we are, without us even having a word or a say involved. It's not going to happen anymore. We are rising up. The knowledge is out there. The knowledge is out there for everyone. This is not hidden knowledge that everybody can't learn. You are the original people of this land. Relatives, you are the original people of the world. But it started here. They told you it started somewhere else. It started right here. Now you can believe what the hell you want to believe. If you got the right to believe that everything started in Africa, that's your theory. But my theory is everything started here. I can't start in Africa without starting here. I can't start in Africa until I start starting with the truth that lies right here. That's what's wrong. We want something outside of here. We want something outside of here, not understanding that this is the most powerful nation. Why they don't want Africa? Why they don't want Australia? Why they don't want China? Why do they want America? And you have to ask yourself that. There, brother 504.
Who that was? I want to say the brother Michael Blackston. He even came out and said that we was not Africans. He came out and said, "Oh, those people in America, they're not Africans. They're not us. They're not none of us." And then there's another guy. I got the video. I'm gonna put the video out where he even stated that they was here in America and was shipped from here to Libya, and they're trying to get back home now, which is America. They were shipped from here to Libya.
Brother. Yeah, they don't tell you that. They don't tell you the reverse. They don't tell you the prisoners of war that ended off in Haiti. They don't tell you the prisoners of war who ended up in Libya. They don't tell you that all that was told in reverse. That our relatives were sent in reverse. There was not, and it was not a big amount of people like they have told you. It was not a big amount of people.
It was like maybe what 2% of Africans came here.
That's right. That's right.
So how can 2% of Africans populate this whole world?
Let them tell you that. Go ahead, Mr. Welch.
I'm gonna answer that.
Go ahead, Mr. Welch. Talk it out.
Oh, brother, real.
Hey, look,
Oh, brother, real.
I'm gonna answer that. See, this is where the Bible come into play.
Okay.
See, this is what people do because they lie to you on multiple levels.
I'm gonna come back to you, Welch. Come back to you, brother Welch.
All right.
No, go ahead.
All right. Bible, and they use Christianity, you know what I'm saying, to confuse the people because, see, in Christianity, they teach you that the world was that people, that all nations come from Noah. That's what the Bible try to teach. Like 8 people populated the earth. That's bullshit. You You know what I'm saying? There was no great flood that flooded the earth. Now, there was floods. That's why we have certain mounds and shit. That's why we would build our houses on what they call mounds or mastabas, or you know what I'm saying? But they use Christianity to to mess our people's minds up and to get them to think that we all come from one place, and that starts out of Christianity. And you can go back to the Council of Nicaea 325. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my bro Hardline Boss, man. He know a lot of this, and he be breaking a lot of this down. But you got to go back to Dum Diverses. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to go to the Papal Bull of 1452 or 1492.
Yeah, shout out to Harlem Boss.
Versus 1451, and then you got to go to the Antikythera. And those three documents tell you specifically Christianity came to this land during the age of discovery, allegedly, which they weren't discovering shit. You know what I'm saying? They were out here on a mission to try to take this land because our people didn't acknowledge their God, their bullshit God. You know what I'm saying? And it tells you directly Saracens and pagans. When you look up the definition, the etymology on pagan, it just means to be a non-believer of the Christian or Jewish faith. We had our own belief systems that predate Christianity by millennia. Christianity is brand fucking new.
Very new. Very new.
That's what they do. They use religion in order to confuse our people. And then not just that. If you live X amount of time within this system, you're going to get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You obtain a house, land, but you do it as a citizen. You don't understand that you have less rights as a citizen than obtaining your own indigenous status. You gain the world when you come back to being what they call a savage. And when you look at the etymology on that, it just means to be free, to live free, to be untamed. You know what I'm saying? It is not a bad word to be a savage. I'm a savage. Another savage, 504 brother. All my New Orleans people, we savages. All my indigenous around the Americas, we savages. Because we live free. And they hated that because Christianity is all about control. Comply and control. Just like they're trying to get y'all to wear these masks. It's all about control. And a lot of it comes from the Vatican. It comes from Christianity. It's not about, this is hell. They want you to believe that your spirit gonna go to another existence. No, it's gonna transition into what we know as life. We don't go to a heaven or hell to get judged by this sky daddy. No, there's the Most High, which is the Most High energy. Well, we always have to explain this. There's the Most High energy, which is the ultimate balance of the feminine principle coming together with the masculine principle in perfect harmony. There is no sky daddy.
Pony Locks in the house. Pony Locks. Shout out to you, Pony Locks.
The damn Bible tell you, the book tell you there is no Jesus. So with all that's going on, like I said, you have to remain vigilant and you have to understand that this is a system and you have to remove yourself out of the system. As long as you remain a citizen, the system is working perfect. We uphold so-called white supremacy because we acknowledge they bullshit rules. But if you when you get back to your status, they can't do shit to you because it's government to government. You're your own nation at this point now. Once you get your shit right.
Chief,
now
when you stand aside, Chief,
attack you, they gotta come to the nation, and the nation is like a fist. One finger may poke something, but you put them fingers together, make a fist. Now you're knocking something out. And that's how we have to come together as a people. We have to form, like Voltron, form a fist, whatever, and we got to come together wholeheartedly and stop this playing. And these people are not playing with us. So we got to stop playing with them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Period.
Chief, when you're talking about Sky Daddy, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna copy that Sky Daddy that you just talked about because this is what's going on with religion across the world. And it's not only here in the Americas, it's also across the world. And this is the way that you take over continents. This is the way that you take over countries. Okay? When you are able to manipulate the minds of mankind, you use dictatorship. You use religion. Religion is the rule to all evil. Now, I want you guys to understand when you can control a man and the way a man thinks and manipulate the minds of a man, you can weaken a man. Now, we have a lot of, like I told you, we have a lot of these guys out here that are using religion in another form. It doesn't have to be from that Bible. You can manipulate minds without even using the Bible. Are you using it in a prospered way in teaching your people? And this is the things that I worry about when it comes down to our people, is that we're going to be manipulated to small-minded people. Manipulated to small-minded people. We got brothers out here that's claiming that we need to go to the motherland, when this land is older than the motherland. See, you know, a lot of you guys got to take the time and actually look at the scrolls in America. Look at South America. And you realize how old this continent is. It's not a country. A lot of us believe that we stuck in one boat. We come from South all the way to Canada. That's all our shit. I want you guys to wake up. We bigger than what we know. And that's what a lot of people, we got to stop putting ourselves in one small bubble. Our land is stronger. We grow so many. Just look at it the way they paint us to be. We are the savage native that they used to talk about. The savage that they call savage, that was hanging in this land before a Native American was even thought of. They called the savages. Okay? I want you guys to understand, we were here. We've been here. And you can feel it, ancestors. We can feel it, relatives. Go ahead, Brother Welch. Brother James, you're welcome to come in the panel. We have an open panel. You're welcome to come in, Brother James. Go ahead.
Anybody who have the link, you can drop the link for Brother James. Anybody who want to hit the panel.
Yeah, let us know whoever wants. It's an open panel. Those who want to come on the panel, let us know. Let us know, because we're going to drop the link for you guys. Okay, go ahead, Brother Welch. Go ahead, young man.
The religion part, Baptist Christian, which I was at 16 until I hit the age of reason around that same time, going on 17. Here's the crazy part. Here's the freaking crazy part about this. They say that the Heavenly Father is the Almighty, all-knowing. Shoot. But then at the same time, Christians use this same biblical contradiction. I'm like, who in the freaking world is this white Kenny G looking homie? Who in the freaking world is this one? Who in the freaking world is this white Kenny G looking homie? Who named this homie the head layers arm over our Heavenly Father? Like he's the reader of readers. Like, what makes sense of that? Where's the consistency? You say that that God is the Almighty, but all of a sudden you come up with this homie, this freaking Kenny G looking homie, who you say is the freaking head layers arm over our Heavenly Father. Makes sense of that. Makes sense of that religion, but no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Ten Commandments, and I'm gonna break that down. The Ten Commandments was artificially inflated to get up to 10. Here's what they did. Over 10,000 years ago, a group of elitist religious and political hustlers got together and tried to figure out ways how to control people, how to keep them in line. They knew people were basically stupid and believed anything that they were told, and believed this white last story that quote unquote God, that quote unquote white God, came up with Ten Commandments on but a big tall mountain when nobody was around, that nobody knows where. All of a sudden, to 10 Commandments. As George Carlin said, while I was sitting down making this stuff up, why did they pick 10? Why not 9 or 11? I'll tell you why. Because 10 sounds official. 10 sounds important. They knew if it was either more or less than 10, people wouldn't have ever taken it serious. So are you 10 kidding me? The 10, the 11, the 13 commandments? Get the heck out of here. I'm going to show you how to break down this little 10 commandments thing in the more revised, simpler language, and easy process. The first three, we're gonna go. The first three I learned through Baptist when I was 16. I am the Lord God, who is thy God. Thou shalt not have no other strange gods before me, and thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath. Your first three off bat, pure bogus. Sabbath day, Lord's name, strange gods, spooky language. Spooky language designed to scare and control simple, primitive minded people. In no form of way should superstitious, mankind written based nonsense should be affecting the lives of natural intelligence here in the 21st century. You're down to seven. Honor thy mother, thy father. Obedience, respect for authority. Just another hypocritical religious way based of saying of controlling people. In fact, in reality, obedience and authority should never be automatic, and respect and authority should never be automatic. It should be earned like everything else around here, depending on individual performance. Some parents, some old school and some new school parents deserve respect, most don't, period. You're down to six. Then comes the thou shalt. Here comes these two amendments, two of them that go together. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Stealing and lying, two that go together, that prohibit the same exact mental behavior. Dishonesty, so you can easily combine that one and say thou shalt not be dishonest. Then sudden, you're down to five. And then it comes another two. Thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Another two that go together. Those two go together. In this case, marital fidelity. Only difference is coveting takes place in the mind. Then they want to try to make it look like that's funny. I really don't think you should outlaw another guy thinking about another man's wife. Well, otherwise, what other chick in the world you want him to think about while he's sitting in the room waxing his carrot? And just make it simpler language and say, "Thou shalt always be faithful." And suddenly, you're down to four. But in common sense standard, in the interest of logic, the number one thing religion is extremely uncomfortable with, honesty and fidelity are both part of the overall same mental evaluation. Then you can that way you can easily combine those two, being a part of the same thing. Say that thou shalt always be honest and faithful, and we're down to three. Here's this one. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Now this one of all us in this chat should know that
Come on,
commandment
Richard. Come on
is
the panel, bro.
plain
If you
through the
wanna, if you wanna talk to the little brother on his theory, I give everybody a chance to talk. You may not be understanding what he's saying. I think you guys probably taking it like he's not saying that the Ten Commandments are bad, but he's also showing you a method on how they can control you, because you got to remember that what he said, all parents are not good parents. When you say honor a parent, we got some people who I like to say donors. They're not parents. They donor, they're basically sperm donors. So you just got to take what he's saying and not so literally what he's trying to say, okay? Go ahead and finish, my brother. I like to give everybody a chance to say what they feel and break down what they feel. I don't like to destroy brothers. He's still young. He's still learning. Go ahead, brother.
The third one, you know what I'm saying? The third one, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Us sitting in this chat, us as smart people, we should know now that commandment is just plain freaking retarded and stupid at the same time. Coveting your neighbor's goods is what keeps the economy going. All right. Your grandson gets a GameCube that whistles out, "Oh come on, ye faithful," when the screen comes on, and your grandson wants to get one too. Coveting creates jobs, leave it alone. Suddenly, you're down to two. Here comes the biggest one. Thou shalt not kill, murder. In common sense and logic, religion has never really had any form of problem, and I learned this in school. Religion has never really had a problem with murder. More people were killed in the name of God more than anything else, and any other reason. Look back, no, prime example. Take a look back from the Protestants to the freaking Protestants all the way to the where the Christians came in this land, literally butchered and murdering innocent people for not believing in their religion. And here's the revised list. Thou shalt always be thy personal provider of thy nookie, and thou shalt not try real hard to not kill anybody, unless of course they pray to an invisible white figure, a white figurative white false entity other than the one you pray to. Two is all you need. Moses could have carried the rest down in his freaking pocket, his freaking back pockets, all the way up to his chest pockets or whatever else pockets he had while he was down the hill carrying those slaves that he quote unquote freed from the Pharaoh. In the revised list of the formerly Ten Commandments, thou shalt keep thy religion to thyself.
Okay, I wanna talk about, since you brought up the religious part. I'm gonna I want to tell people this. How many of you guys think that the Most High God loved everyone? See, I want you guys to understand. I want to break this down. How many of you guys believe that the Most High God loved everyone? So if we're gonna open up some Bible and talk about some Bible. I want you guys to ask yourself: did the Most High God love everyone? I
No.
want you guys. I want to ask these
Mm-mm.
questions because Christianity makes you believe that He loved everyone. So I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to come out my mind. I
He
want you
loved
to.
Jacob and hated.
I,
He loved Jacob and hated Esau. Never
slow down,
done it.
brother. Slow down. Slow down. The audience may not know you jumping ahead of me. I want people to understand
Oh
this.
my! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, teacher. I'm sorry, teacher.
I want people to understand this. If He said that Jacob I loved and Esau I hated, He cannot possibly love everyone. These white oppression people have taught you that the Most High loves everyone. I want
Mm-mm.
you to. So you have to understand these things. A lot of us get it twisted that the Most High God loves everyone, and everything does not. The scriptures does not apply to everyone. So that can be debatable. Okay, the Bible. Somebody said the Bible itself said God has enemies. That God has enemies. So you got the white man telling you that he loved everybody, and that's not
Well, he
true.
said enemy.
Okay,
This
that is
this is the biblical
entirely not
contradiction.
true. So, but another thing I want to tell you guys is that when we're talking about religion, if you follow religion, religion is going to lead you in the wrong direction. When we talking about spiritual, it's a big difference being spiritual than being religious. It's a big difference in being spiritual and being controlled by a white Jesus. Now, if the Bible speaks that there was no that if the Bible speaks that there's no such thing as a white Jesus, but you're going to go against even what the Bible has spoke. The Bible has been written multiple times, have been written, and it has been manipulated multiple times. So if you know that, my advice to you to be spiritual. Because you're naturally spiritual. You're naturally spiritual. You're wondering why that everybody tends to look at so-called African Americans and they look to us because we have a spiritual part about us. And I want people to understand that what in the comments somebody said, let's stop calling ourselves Africans. We are not Africans. We're only Aboriginal Americans. We're not Africans. And for those, if you're coming on into this chat calling yourself African, this is not the place for you. This is not the place for
Indigenous.
you. We are
Indigenous.
indigenous to this land.
Because remember when brother Healing of a Healing Solution said about the word Aborigine? Ab is prefix not of. Original means the actual.
Chief Real Rap, are you back on? Chief Real Rap, are you back on? I know he been fighting back and forth. Go ahead, brother Indigenous Warrior. What you got to say about that, brother? Yes,
You know
I'm gonna
how I
read some of these
stand.
comments. I'm gonna read some of these. Go
You
ahead,
know,
brother. Are you gonna talk?
you know my stance on religion and stuff like that. There, you already know how I feel about that. So I tend to stand away from that because I don't want to offend no one, nobody, and everybody call me an atheist. So you know how I feel about it. So I just stay away from that conversation because at the end of the day, I don't believe in none of that. So I just stay away from that topic. You know, I just keep it going to something else. So
I'm
I
gonna
just
read.
tell people I believe in
I'm
God.
gonna.
with that
I'm
being
gonna
said,
I
read.
I
believe
would
in
rather
God,
want.
not religion.
I'm gonna read these comments. It says, 360 said, religion is about fear, control, and money. L.
Exactly.
Boris said, I remember that when I was small. I hated snowsuits. And Brian Brian said facts, Naja. And I'm also gonna go with, because we get people who get very offensive when we talk about they white Jesus. Okay, Deuteronomy 7 verses 6. He said, chose one people, us, the American Aborigine. I love it. I love it. Let me highlight this right quick. As it says, Deuteronomy 7 verses 6. It says, he said, chose one people, and that's the American Aborigine. I want you guys to understand that. We can't begin to help everybody until we start working with each other. Okay? That's the problem with us now. We want to go to feed the hungry in Haiti. We want to feed the hungry in Africa. We want to feed everybody but us. We got people right here in America that are living under bridges, that are out here that has mental health problems. But we're trying to help everybody but our people.
Shalom.
That's a fact,
The
man.
religion, the religion part about money. George Carlin said it best.
But you know what?
He said, "But he loves you, and he needs money." All of a
That's what,
sudden, he loves you, just can't handle money. Whew.
yeah, and I think people get up very upset. We didn't had sisters and brothers that came on to this channel, got very upset, hot and heated because we were talking about the religious. I don't think people interpret the scriptures the way the scriptures was meant to be interpreted. Okay, the original scriptures were taken and being manipulated. I do believe in some of the things that the Bible talks about. Matter of fact, I believe in a lot of things if you interpret it the right way. Okay, a lot of people don't interpret things in a correct manner, and I think that's a problem. I think it's a problem when we don't interpret things in the correct manner. Okay, now I'm gonna change on from here. I want people to understand that we have a lot of missing children out here. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of missing children out here. I really don't understand what's going on in New York. There's some missing children out in New York. There's also some missing children in California, and these are melanated children. I want you guys
I
to
saw that,
understand
Sister
these
Wish.
these are melanated. I don't. I'm not against anybody's children. I just want you to understand. But melanated children are out here being murdered, out here being missing. We will not have tribes if our youngest keep dying. There's no.
Well,
We will not have
well,
tribes if our youngest keep dying.
That's the biggest way they get us. They try to get us to our kids.
Yes, the scriptures are records. Religion
Uh
has nothing to do with our scriptures. Yes, pure truth, son of the creator. I said that everything that we're talking about has to be interpreted the correct way. I am not against the scriptures, okay? I'm a spiritual person who is not against the scriptures. So I don't want you to misinterpret what I'm saying. I am clearly stating that they have had a lot of manipulation with the scriptures. They tell some truths and not the whole truths of the scripture. There's a lot of people who have manipulated and of the scriptures. So I do agree with you, pure true son of the Creator.
Which is
Um,
full majority of the Bibles, all of them the same way. Full majority of every Bible, every religion is full majority biblical contradiction. One chapter contradicts another chapter, and that chapter contradicts the other chapters and beyond. I'm like, really? You ain't
right.
gonna find no consistency in religion. Religion never. When is the last time you ever had consistency in religion? Never. Not about Christianity, not the Christianity, not the Catholics. Don't even
But
get me started
we
about
wanna talk
Catholics.
about we wanna talk about loving thy neighbor and all this other stuff. And there's a lot of folks out here can give a damn about people. They could give a damn about people, but they want to be holy and thou. I never seen such contradiction where you got people out here want to be holy and thou, telling you that you're going to hell and everything, but don't live the righteous, the conscious, the Christ consciousness.
That be
They
getting
don't live.
me. They be getting me with that. You going to hell? How in the freaking world you gonna send somebody? Make sense of this. How in the freaking world you gonna send somebody to one half or two places of what both equally exist on earth? Hell already exists on earth while living. Heaven is nothing but peace at death while freed from the matrix. That's all heaven is. Peace at death from the matrix. Hell is the living in the matrix. That's
People
all
don't
that
people
is.
don't, people don't understand that you're living here in hell, okay? But you're gonna cross, and you're also gonna be here in heaven. You are a spirit, and what people don't understand that you don't die. A spirit don't die. The body is a shell. You living in a temporary vessel. You're living in a temporary vessel. The body is born to die. The body is born to die, but the spirit lives forever. A lot of people don't understand the difference. The body is a temporary vessel.
A
It
pure shell.
borrows the shell. It borrows the shell. But you truly never die. You truly never die.
I should throw religion away.
So, but back to our people. We have to really start moving. I told you guys with these vaccinations, all these things that they're doing to us, they want you to be first in line. They want you to be first in line to take the shots. They want you. You are a guinea pig in their mind. You are a guinea pig in their mind. They look at you as a guinea pig in their mind. Samantha White in the house. They look
Shoot,
at
they
you
just
as a
recently
guinea pig.
they just recently had a doctor. They recently had a doctor that died and took the vaccine healthy as an ox, never caught the freaking, you know what I'm saying, C virus.
That's
That's what
right.
I'm they caught the C virus healthy as an ox. And literally he died within that same day. He died within that same day of that same week from the vaccine.
But they're
And
not telling
that
you, that young brother. They're not telling you that statistics are showing that they are the ones who dying. They're not. They're telling. See, they don't. This is a science project to help keep them living. This is a
exactly.
science project to help keep them living. We are strong vessels. We are strong vessels. Our cells overcome sicknesses. But they are experimenting on our people.
And that don't make no sense to me.
Is
That's a
that
contradiction
Chief Real
itself.
Rap? Like Chief Real Rap back on here.
And indigenous warrior.
Chief
Shoot,
Real
that
Rap,
don't
you
make
back?
sense either.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't want to cut nobody off. I had to take a call, but I wanted to shed a little light on the situation that ran across my inbox, somebody inbox me over the weekend that I haven't got a chance to shed a little light on. Well, anybody who knows, there's a protest that's going on right now in Harlem, New York, where a young sister was going to a liquor store to get her something to drink, and a couple of guys called themselves harassing her. And one of them wanted to holler, she shot him down. And when she shot him down, they decided to follow her out the store. And when they followed her out the store, they attacked her and tried to bite her eye out and rape her. There's a,
Mm.
there's a protest going on right now in Harlem as we speak. I saw yesterday there was protests. I don't know if it's still going on today. But like I was just saying though, we have to protect the women, man, because this is getting out of line, bro.
We ain't just gotta protect women. We got to protect us as a
Straight up
whole, as a
kids.
nation of people. As a nation of people. See, I want people to understand this. That without without our woman, there's no tribe. Without our children, there's no tribes.
That's
Facts.
how they get us every time. Our
There's no
kids,
tribe. There's a
and
way
they
of
make it even
eliminating
worse.
us.
And they
There
use
is
kids.
ways of eliminating us.
Shoot, and here's the crazy part. They even, you know what I'm saying, that little bill they passed. One of my cousins has shared it on the book. While everybody distracted by the little $600 stimulus, they done just passed the bill about the kids. And the crazy part is, a lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand that part. Once you send your kid, they literally said out their own freaking mouths, the government literally said, with or without your consent, your kid, if your kid gets shipped back to
Well,
school, if
your
or without
children.
your consent,
I want you
your
to say
children
that
will
your
be
children.
vaccinated.
I want you to say your children because we ain't got no goats. Okay, we got children. Okay, we want to get that better. Okay,
Hmm? Yeah, they
and
said their
they're doing
children
consent.
are
They're
gonna
doing
get
consent without
vaccinated
our
regardless.
knowledge. That's right.
Exactly. They said they don't care whether, especially if it's not without our consent, even
But
with consent.
this is why we got to build our own lands. This is why we got to start moving to the direction of moving our own tribes and get out the laws. Get out the laws of America. Get out the laws of America. And there's ways, and I wish Chief Real Rap would be able to come on right now, but there's ways to get out the laws. I keep telling people that Constitution was not written for you and me.
Exactly, and people don't
It wasn't
understand
written
that.
for us.
Prime example. Let us try to do a mannequin challenge. Watch how fast the police be at our house.
That's right. No love, Chuck in the house. No, let me read what No Love Chuck said. I was looking at that, and I'm mad as F. It's about it. They heart hurts bad. Yeah, and I just want you guys to understand that once they get you in the hospital, you have no rights. Once
Exactly.
once
They
once
kill
you
you for real.
sign, you basically signing your rights away.
You just signed
They
your life to
basically,
death.
huh?
You just signed your life to death once you go to a hospital. Why do you
When
think
you go to
smart people don't go to
you do.
hospitals no more? People don't understand. Hospitals weren't created to help you. They was created to kill you. Primarily us. Why do you think they put us as first line people? They paying our people to kill our own. They give them a choice. You have a choice. Either you kill this person, kill your own kind, and you get to see a dime. And hey, either that or you could be stupid, save your own people like a dumbbell, a checkers playing dummy, and you lose your job. If I'm in that situation, I'd rather lose my job because my people matter more. A human life matters more than a freaking dollar bill. Mm-mm.
I think what you're saying is so correct. I think it should be the problem where we might as well just start losing our jobs, because at the end of the day, you know, when you work for corporations, they have the power over you. When you work
Hmm.
for corporations, they have the power over you. When you have your
Predominantly white
own,
corporations.
yes, when you have your own, they're not able to force you when you have your own. Go ahead, brother 504.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you guys about that part. You know about the corporation having control over you. About because like I said, I'm in Texas, and they haven't forced the vaccination on nobody yet. That I know is I have a
Yeah, just
family
wait your turn, brother. Wait your turn. Go ahead.
Oh no, what I was saying, I have a family member. She's a firefighter, and she haven't took her shot yet. So right now they just doing 65-year-old people and nursing homes and first front line workers right now with the vaccine. So I'm kind of like in the clear right now. My wife is in the clear right now too. So she don't have to take it right now yet in her job. But my sister have took the, I'm not gonna lie, she work in New Orleans. My sister have took the vaccine and she have to take the coronavirus test twice a week to even, and she
Hmm.
get a temperature check at the door before she even able to clock in. So it's my sister, I said she work in Louisiana, so the laws and stuff are different there. And she work in
Uh,
she works in the nursing home, so she required to take the
Chief Real
vaccine
Rap,
shot.
are you better? I see his face up there. Is he better? Chief Real Rap, you can always call Indigenous Warrior if you want to come through and say something because we miss your opinion, brother. You can always go on three-way again
We
because
have
we
to
can't.
heal ourselves. That's
Yeah, you got
facts.
the phone home like
360
ET.
spendo, that's facts.
That's right. That's right.
We gotta heal
That's right.
ourselves. Shoot, go to a freaking hospital. Watch how much they show you. They don't care. Shoot, cause
Well,
I got family that
I
was in the
want people to
hospital.
understand how many people go to these hospitals and they go for simple procedures and they come out very sick after. That all of a
Mm,
sudden they walked in healthy and they came back out with some kind of
shit.
form of cancer. They came out with. I mean, I just I want to understand these things. What are they doing to our
Pharmaceutical
melanated
industry
people?
is legal drug dealers. That's facts.
You paying them
Pharmaceutical.
when you go to a doctor, you paying them to kill you. You go to the dentist, you're paying them to mess your mind up.
Oh,
You
they
paying
definitely you definitely paying them to kill you because a high blood pressure pill medicine. I've been on high blood pressure medicine for years, and when I realized high blood pressure medicine, what it does, it starts to affect what it does. It starts to affect your kidneys. See,
Mm-hmm.
they make you rely on them until it break you down. These drug companies are is gonna until it, they know a timeline when your system is gonna break down, and then you're gonna need to be rushed to the hospital. These are pharmaceutical medicine are temporary until the end of your debt. These are
Shoot.
temporary things.
And take it from
Diabetes
me from
medicine,
personal.
all this stuff.
Take it
My
from me
brother, I think they
personal
calling
experience.
you. Indigenous Warrior calling you, brother.
I'm
We
finna
got the
call him back
original
now. I think
copper Empress
I have a
hybrid
missed
in the
call
house.
from. I'm finna call him back now.
All right, you got a missed call. He's trying to get in. Yeah, the Empress. Everybody has to understand, and I want you to understand, Firm Hall and Cherokee. I want you guys to understand that the pharmaceuticals, when you go into that, do your best to stay away from the doctor unless you need an emergency. If you're having a heart attack, then you want
Yeah,
somebody to help
I'm
you.
finna
I
call
don't have,
NQ
you
right
know,
now. Hold
but
on.
I would try to avoid the hospital as much as you can. I would try to avoid the hospital as much as you can because what people don't understand, and 360, there is a cure for everything. You are definitely correct.
Natural herbs.
Natural
Natural
herbs,
herbs.
natural herbs. That's what the Most High
Oh,
have given
you
us.
get a screen door that?
The
I
Most
didn't
High
know
have
that.
given us
My shit breaking up and shit.
And
natural
trust me,
herbs.
take it from me from personal experience. I was on from childhood, from like 5, 6 years old. I was put on Adderall.
So you
I was
smoking
put on
now?
Adderall.
No, I'm at
Then
work.
I got took up with that
Uh,
stuff. Then while I was
Come
10,
on, y'all.
I
Y'all
got put
talking
on
at the
coke
mute the mic.
medicine.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Naja. I didn't tell you to mute your mic.
Oh, there's
Go
a
ahead.
pharmaceutical. Oh yeah, from childhood. I was like 5, 6 years old. I got put on Ritalin, not Ritalin, Adderall. I got
Right.
instantly took off that stuff. Then next thing you know, I get something that's way worse, Focalin, which is generic Adderall. I stopped taking that stuff. I said, bro, I gotta stop taking this stuff. This is like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in high school, I was like bulkiest looking. I was like 156. I was 156, and I'll never forget it. Then all of a sudden, when I was on the realizing I was on the medication, I started realizing, why in the world am I losing weight, man? I used to be bigger. I said, bro, I gotta stop taking this stuff. I ain't taking that no
Man,
more.
see, and that's what they do.
I and I was
They
on that
give
shit for
our youth,
years.
they give our youth Ritalin. They give our youth, and this is what they've been doing to mess up
And I try to
our
tell people
melanated
this is what it's been
coppermint.
doing to me, and nobody listen. I try to tell people this is what it's doing to me, and nobody want to listen. I'm like, I ain't taking that no, I ain't taking that bull no more.
They do it,
I'm like,
and
it's
that's
slowly
because, and
killing me.
no offense to your parents. A lot of parents do, and teachers. What they do is when they don't want to put up with you being, there was nothing wrong with you, young man. You were just you. That's just your extra energy. You didn't see. A lot of people put their children on medicine to slow them up because they don't want to have to take the time to deal with them. See, a good ass whipping would have been good for you. A good ass whipping. Oh, you didn't need no damn no Ritalin. You needed a good ass whipping.
Right.
And
I got
that's
Chief Real Rap
I
on the
think that's what's
line.
wrong. That's what's wrong. We got these new parents that don't want to be parents, that don't want, they just, oh, it's so easy. Let's just put them on something. No, whip their ass.
That's all you got to
Ancestors
do
whip
is beat
their ass.
shoot, our ancestors beat our kids. Shoot, do the same thing.
That's right.
Stop being so scary.
Go ahead,
I got I got
brother Chief Real Rap wanted to say something. Go ahead, brother Chief Real Rap.
go ahead, Round.
All right, look, man. I know nobody here is pushing the Bible. I understand that. I know we're not pushing that book. But the thing is, like, we gotta let them narratives, like I said from earlier, with religion go, man. Because a lot of y'all think that y'all spiritual, but y'all still be having religious practices and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga sneeze, let that nigga sneeze. I don't want to hear God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a lot of things, man. Like cats will try to mix in like what we do with our indigenous beliefs. They try to mix that with religion. You know what I'm saying? I told people on Instagram the other day, if I ask for prayers, you better not pray over my body with in the name of white Jesus. I'm smack the shit out of you. Like, I don't want prayers going up to white Jesus because it's going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's a dead end. You know, the problem is a lot of y'all have that white image. That's y'all God. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to people that's dealing with this. If it don't reply to you, then I'm not talking to you. But a lot of people have a white God complex, white mommy and white daddy. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
That white man hand glove.
Childhood.
You gotta,
I'm glad he said that. I
No,
learned something
bro.
from a friend of
let,
mine.
let him finish.
That
Let
white
him
man
finish,
hand glove
Nas.
once again because he created this system, man. Like, I know a lot of people have been going over like the laws and shit. Well, a lot of people don't know. Our people wrote the Declaration of Independence, and they got the Constitution from us. Now they bastardized our great law. You know, that's where the Constitution comes from our great law, and they bastardized it. You know what I'm saying? And then they switched it up with the Act of 1871. You know, they changed it went from the United States for America to the United States of America. But, you know, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, once you correct your status and you get with your nation, you know what I'm saying, that's when you can act in a government-to-government fashion, you know, and we can pull these links. I can go and try to jump on my computer and see what I can get on from the computer. But we can share these images from the law, from the Constitution. That's what you have to deal with. We can get into the emotional aspect and all that. That's fine. You know, but you niggas need to get off of the feeling sorry, and we need to do something solution-wise. But we need to have a resolution by coming together, knowing who we are, and defending our status. Don't let these niggas call you black. Stop letting these people, these Negroes,
Say it again.
call you black. You not black. You a
You
copper
American
color.
Indian.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the definition right quick. The definition of an American. Let's pull that right quick. In the Webster's Dictionary, 1828, it tells you an American is a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races is giving you two different variations.
That's
that
right.
You will always hear. Read that again. An American, a noun. So a noun, take y'all back to school is what a person, place, a thing. So America is a person. We are Americans, so American can be a people. That's why we're not a fucking doctrine. This Aboriginal shit is not a religion. It's a way of life. That's the difference. Christianity is a religion. Catholicism, a religion. Baptist, religion. Methodist, religion. Lutheran, religion. Latter-day Saints, religion. Amish,
Fentanyl.
religion. Jewish, religion. All that shit is religious, and you need to let go of that shit.
Well, I want to ask you a question. Well, it don't take a genius to know how long. I mean, when they were discovered, a lot of these churches are very new, And I want you guys to understand who were the founders. I'm going to come back and we're going to do a real rap. You and I are going to do a bill on the founders of these churches because I'm going to show you that every last one of the founders of these churches were white men. Every last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of the founders, I got the names. I have the names to every one of them churches, and they were all in the 1800s, 1700s, 1900s. Some of these were newly found religions. Okay, so we're gonna break down about religion. We're gonna get a great bill, and I'm gonna show you the people. I'm gonna show you the people that is highly impossible.
Yeah,
Well,
bro. Let me cut in right quick, bro.
I ain't talking, dog. Go ahead.
All right, so look, it was a question in the chat. Somebody in the chat asked, Pro Truth asked, he said, being a prisoner of war, or he or she, I don't know who you are. Being a prisoner of war, can you correct your status? Hell yeah. Because look, the thing is, before you became, y'all got to get that slave narrative out of your mind, man. It didn't go down like that. Even the prisoner of war shit. When I say prisoner of war, that's a mindset. That's not, you wasn't in chains, fucked up, naked, destitute. No, you were dealing with the United States as an independent nation. So when I hear
drop the link, somebody drop the link.
And look, I appreciate the question because it opens up the dialogue for me to get into it. So I'm not attacking this person. I'm glad that they asked the question because when you understand the history and get the emotion out of it, then you understand that once again, Ben Franklin and John Hancock and George Washington worshiped the ground that your ancestors walked on. It's just they did some whole ass shit because they were in debt to the British, and they used our ancestors' kindness for weakness, and had our ancestors feeling sorry for their whole asses, the Slavs.
Could one of y'all back out? I need somebody to drop the link.
No Constitution. They didn't have nothing. They came here fucked up. They came here as a penal colony. The 13 penal colonies. They came here as prisoners and slaves. And they flipped it 160 years later and told you that you was the slave. I'm gonna use my own family for example. My 4 times great grandmother, 161 years ago, she was 13 years old, man. She was born in 1847. 1860, she was 13. 1860 is when this shit popped off. A lot of your ancestors switched up. Now, some of them had their backs against the wall. Like I said, all throughout time, the Slav has been putting out fake hope, fake stories, fake news, fake opportunities. And they put our ancestors in fucked up positions, like gentrification. Today, they do the same thing today they did then. They would finagle them out of the land, and they would have them work their own land. Like for instance, down here in Louisiana, if you had property, you may have owned the land, but you may have not had the money to get the tools, in order for you to crop. So they would rent it at an exorbitant amount that you couldn't afford, or you could barely keep up. You would make good money, but then they would charge you more than what you made, and then you would be in debt, and that's how they were able to steal the land. That's just one way. how they were able to steal the land. Then they come back and tell you 150, 60 years later, you were from Africa. But back to my ancestors. So they had a choice. And a lot of people had a choice today, just like people would tell people, hey, don't sell your land during gentrification. Hey, hold on to it. They trying to steal it so they can buy it for cheap and sell it high, or raise the property value to what they want. They'll lower it and mess these neighborhoods up, our communities, destroy it, try to push us out, because that's what they've always done. They try to move us around like how they got moved around. Whenever people in prison today, do they not go from prison to prison? They go from prison to prison, getting moved around. That creates confusion. That keeps you in a state of confusion. That's why you had the so-called Great Migration, the great so-called Black Migration, where you had people from the South going to New York, to the Midwest, Chicago, Detroit areas, you know what I'm saying, and into the West Coast. All from Virginia down to the coast, Carolinas, to Florida, you know what I'm saying, to Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. Considered the South, all went to the Midwest, West Coast, and the East Coast. And then when you got there, they moved you around again. You know?
That is correct. The Moors did have a ruling out the mouth.
They only know how
Chief,
to cause
Chief Real Rap. I need I need y'all to Chief Real Rap. Chief.
Question,
Oh, Real Rap.
It was a
Tell him I need y'all to back out and drop the link for this sister Cherokee. I need she's trying to get in.
All right, hold it what you got. I told them to whoever got a computer to. All right, hold it what you got.
And Naj and Welch, I didn't ask you to get out. Give me 1 second. We're gonna open up the chat in a few seconds. We're gonna get everybody back on. I'm trying to refresh the chat. We're gonna drop the link. If you have a computer, please save the link in the chat. If you have a computer, please save the link in the chat. We have some other people that's about to come on. Naja Welch, you can come back in the chat. I didn't drop you out the chat, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, we're getting that. There's the link for those who want to come in. Cherokee, if you want to come in, that is the link in the chat. We do have the link in the chat now. For those, y'all can come right back on board. Everybody's welcome. Copy the link, please. Copy the link. If you are a moderator, please copy the link so he won't have to keep coming back in the chat. If you are a moderator. So they'll be coming right back in a few seconds. We got some very interesting topics that's going on right now. Okay, my Mr. Dark Fly brother in the house. Okay, now get the brother back on, bro.
Avatar movie, huh?
All right, go ahead. You back on the line on ones and twos. Drop your mic. You can pick up where you left off at, Real.
All right, first of all, I want people to understand. If you see these two guys, they're with each other. Chief Real Rap is with Indigenous Warrior. They're using the same avatar right now because Chief Real Rap is having trouble with his mic. So he's actually using the avatar of Indigenous Warrior. So they both are talking from the same avatar. So if you're confused on who these guys are, that is the Indigenous team, okay? All right, go ahead on, brother. Chief Real Rap.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Pick up where you left off at. Real?
Yo.
Go ahead, homie.
Go ahead, brother.
Finish up.
Back in.
All right, so basically, man, like I was saying, bro, like you have to go back to that time period, and that's why genealogy is so important, because salute to Chief Sunhour, she was telling me yesterday, you don't have to go all the way back to the 1700s. Once you find 2 or 3 ancestors that you can claim as indigenous, you're good. You know what I'm saying? And that's where That's where Empress Holbert comes into play, because I know her and the guy Lyric, I'm saying, salute to my copper colored guys, man. They out here putting it down as far as laying demos down as far as with the land patents and the grants and everything. The only thing is this though, like, I don't look at it as like, well, I do look at it. It's a permission thing still, man. And that's what they want you to think. See, as a citizen, they want you to think that you have to ask permission for your shit. No. You go back and take your shit with their law. You manipulate their law. And you go back and take your motherfucking land that your ancestors had. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not all ancestors are created equal. Some of them was hoes. Some of them switched up, you know what I'm saying? Not all our ancestors were great. Just like today, we got whole-ass Negroes today. That ain't
Hey, the language.
Sorry.
Go ahead, brother.
So, but you just have to go back and get the accurate history. And you have to do it through the law. That's why I say you have to take the emotion out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to just focus. The past is the past. It is what it is, man. The way it went down is how it went down. But you have to just tell the accurate story, and once you tell the accuracy of the story, then you deal with the law. Now we get it back. It's not it's not a failure. You can get it back. You know what I'm saying? People have gotten their land back and are getting more land back. So salute to the guys out there that's putting this real work in.
Another thing we were talking about, Chief Real Rap, and you were talking, you were saying, I think we was having a conversation, and it was a lot of deep things that you were talking about. Some people we gotta leave behind. You was talking about leaving behind some people who don't have the same mindset that we have. What do you think about that, Chief Real Rap?
Go ahead, homie.
Oh yeah. Like, so the last thing you was asking was like leaving people behind.
Facts.
Yeah, like that's what you gotta do. My own pops, I tell this nigga every day, he's an Indian. He know what it is. I tell this nigga every day, he's an Indian, and he think that because he bought a house, he got a little property. I tell him it don't matter if you see he don't fall under homestead on his second property. My property, I fall under homestead. So even though I'm still in my citizen status, I'm working out of my status as well. Once it's completed, I'm gonna have full rights to my land, everything. Whereas him, don't matter if he pays the house off with the bank, he's always gonna have a property tax. And that's what y'all need to understand. But as long as you stay in this system and stay hard-headed, like my pops, you're losing. You're not gaining. He thinks that by claiming your indigenous status, like you're gonna start wearing clothes and start wearing war paint and walk in the forest and live in the animals. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't them slobs. We ain't them pale faces. We don't live like him.
What I think we going back in time.
We don't live like the Africans. They barbarians.
Right.
We don't live like the European Moors. They barbarians. We live like our ancestors. We bathe. We shower. We clean. We shine. Them niggas dirty. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking African to be eating a bowl of cereal, have a fly on his eyeball type of shit. Not even bothered. All kind of feces and shit all up in the cereal. Africans ain't shit. And they got the nerve to play infomercials talking about 25 cents a day a feed of African. But they got the nerve to look down on you and talk shit to you like you ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't shit. You dirty African. You dirty fucking barbarian. You ain't shit. Your mama wasn't shit. Her mama wasn't shit. Ain't never gonna be shit. Your daddy wasn't shit either. You dirty ass Africans. You European Moors too. Y'all wasn't shit either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been left on the bed sheet. Period. Should have been a long, distant memory. Feeling. You know what I'm saying? And done. Over. Because y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas created this whole bullshit. Now me and my people got to correct it. No problem. Because we waking up. But y'all niggas should have been left on a bed sheet drying. Should have never came back. You know what I'm saying?
I I was sitting there thinking about it. I said, the Moors played a hand along with the European melanated brothers and sisters that was out there in Europe. We talked about this before. A lot of people don't understand that the original Europeans were melanated people. They were not pale skins. Stop that. Every time we think of Europe, we think of pale skins. And the people don't understand is we kind of traded with the wrong people. We got hand in hand with the wrong people. And I want you to understand something. This, when we say all skin folks are not kin folks, we're talking about just because you have a shade on your skin does not mean that they have the same mindset that you have. And
Exactly. You got people
yes,
supporting Kamala Harris. They up here supporting Kamala Harris like she
yeah,
they gonna.
Kamala.
I'm like, what's
Yeah,
next?
just let me
I'm
know
like,
when to
what's
come in,
next?
cause like I got a
What's
delay.
next when you support Kamala Harris just because she
God
in?
is more.
They
God is
gonna
more in the house.
be all over the place. Gonna be Hamala Hunaway Shahamna all over the place about
And,
Kamala Harris. I'm
and
like, really?
they want to call her us and talk about we. She's the
She
first
Indian.
out. Yeah, and well,
Indian.
you know what? If she's look, she is African American and she is Indian. She is not Aborigine American. Okay, so
Exactly.
she's definitely not us. Okay,
And
the woman is definitely not us. So
she
go
ain't
ahead.
for us either.
No. Go ahead on Chief Real Rap. Go ahead, Chief.
Real rap.
Yeah. I was just seconding that. I was like, the bitch better call Miss Cleo. Call them in now. Call them in now. You know what I'm saying?
For $3.99, I will give you your fortune.
I give you your ring, man. I tell you these things. Call them in now. I tell you these things. You know, that's how, man, Africans ain't shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, leave our motherfucking infomercial numbers alone, goddamn it. Shit, man. That's why the cell tower's fucked up. Y'all clogging the goddamn lines. Call them in now. I tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand you dirty ass Africans. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they on our dick? You know what I'm saying? Why every time we put on some information, they trying to fight us on our information? Go live your dirty African life. We don't care about what you do. Go live your dirty African life. That's right, Peanut. When the Europeans, they were dirty, they were barbarians too. They all family, man. The Asiatic black man, they all family. They all Asiatic. We not Asiatic, they are. Europe was known as Asia at one time, the whole continent, all that shit. The Romans were so-called black, the Etruscans, the Carthaginians, the Greeks, you know, the Gauls, the Franks, the British Isles, the Russians, Germans, Swedes, French, all these Italian, all these motherfuckers, man. They were all
Turkish.
so-called black, and they were dirty, and they wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were having their own beef, and they brought that shit to us. Then the white boy manipulated all their asses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck them. Yes,
Like
Yeah.
a
some
sheriff,
people will get left
like
behind
a sheriff picking them.
because they done bought into the system.
And people get upset with us. People get upset with us because we call out they foolishness, and they get upset with us like we bashing our own cousins and our people and all. Let me tell you, for those who out there who think that we're attacking other sectors, I want you guys to understand this, that they always, when it comes down to anything that happens to American Indians here in America, they turn a blind eye. They turn a blind eye. And they are told when they come here to turn a blind eye. You guys got to understand, they are told when they come here to not converse with us because they know that we are not them. They're not fighting for us. If that was our people, why didn't they come back for us? Why did they come back? What the ships are at? Why Why did it take them so long? And
Exactly.
I don't get this though.
I used
If
to,
you feel like we their people, why you just left us here?
yeah, I used about 5, 6 years ago. I used to work for an African. He was from Nigeria, and I knew I wasn't from there because he was black as a barbecue grill. First of all, and his bone structure, y'all silly. His bone structure and his face did not match mine. So, and then they think that all Americans are lazy and dumb.
That's what they think. They
You
think
see what I'm
we
saying?
should
Exactly.
be
He tried
We're
to.
grateful.
not.
We should be
Apparently,
grateful. We should be grateful.
they really believe that we are lazy and dumb. I heard it come out of his mouth. That was one of the main reasons I quit working with him. Because first of all, he thought we were lazy and dumb, and he tried to cheat me on my money like I couldn't count. You see what I'm saying? You have to watch them. They are the most conniving people ever. In Texas, that's how most Nigerian makes their money off of stage wrecks. They're the most scamming, conniving people ever, man. And when I realized that, I'm like, that's when I really started questioning a lot. I was like, how we from Africa? We don't even look the same. Like, how? Like, it started. I'm like, wait a minute. This man here is like a barbecue grill. This hair is nappies. I don't know what, man. I got curly hair, wavy hair. So why the hell? Wait a minute. So that's when I started questioning everything. I started questioning a whole lot of stuff, man. And I started looking. I started like, okay, now it all makes sense. We not from no damn Africa, man. We don't look like them folks. So that's why I asked,
Exactly.
like, that's when I started realizing something ain't adding up here. The story not adding up. I can't, I, I
Well,
can't, I can't get folks
well,
give it to you. I
it
can't
took
get it.
me. It took me, my brother. It took me from my ancestors of. It took me relatives in my family to start telling me that I have no bloodline of African. And it took people in my own family to tell me, because I just wanted to be a part of the cause. I was very young. I was talking about power to the people. I was looking at all the stuff that was going on, and my mother was saying that it's not your people. My mother was telling me this.
Yeah.
I've been knowing this since a child that we were Chata Nation. I've been knowing as a child that my mother's side had Cherokee on her side. I've been knowing this. But I kind of was ignoring over the years when I was young, because this wave that they were throwing at us in school roots, they were enslaving our minds
Boy,
to be
that movie right
enslaved.
there,
They do it in my school. They
boy,
did
that
it in
movie
my
down there
school.
had me in jail.
That's right.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
When
they
I
was
first saw
playing
Roots, bro,
Roots, Uncle
I
Tom,
was about to
Rosa
go to jail.
Parks, slavery. That's the four
Everything,
things they taught me when I was in
everything
school. I'm like, what
that's
the
great
heck is
about
this? We
us,
ain't no
everything
slaves.
that's great. Think about this, Naja. Everything that they think that's great about us comes. They always talk about slavery. That what happened before slavery. Everything that they talk, they want to brainwash your mind to make you believe that you were a slave, and that was the only great thing about you with slavery.
We ain't no
And
freaking
the, the,
slaves.
and they don't talk about
Talking
them
about we
being a
from
slave.
Africa. Talking about we from Kilowan. Over there in
And
Kilowan
always
before
put
they
West
colonized it, we named it
Africa.
Africa.
They ain't gonna tell you where you're from. They're just gonna say West Africa.
Hey,
They ain't gonna
but
tell you the real name.
that comment right there, that Charles Johnson said the Africans who came over here are classified as white people by the census. I never knew that.
That's right.
Mm,
That's right, because that's why they got the benefits. They get the benefits of the white man.
Now that
They
you
get the
mention it,
benefits.
and
You
I
gotta
picked up
understand, they easily get they get tax-free everything when they come here. We don't get that.
and then when you put it in perspective, you wonder why most Africans go run to the hospital for their jobs. You see a lot of Africans and you see a lot of Africans in hospitals, bro, as doctors, nurses, and phlebotomists. You see a lot of them in hospitals, bro.
That's right.
I'm
They
not
they
and
they,
gonna lie.
they,
and then they got the nerve to
That
tell
makes
us we
sense.
taking their jobs.
they
They try to
easy
say
to get
us collectively
they
taking
easy
their
to
jobs.
become doctors. They become doctors just like that. They easy to become doctors, and they want to talk about we are lazy. We are lazy, and we are ungrateful, and y'all have you guys got everything. Look what we got. But let me tell you something. And I never thought about it like that. That the reason why they envy us They say we have the white man in us. But I want to sit here and tell you that when things get good, they want to affiliate with the good things about us. They want our rap music, our culture. Everybody copies the melanated Aborigine man right here in Turtle Island. Everybody copies us.
The
It's
American
amazing
Indian.
that they look down on us, but they copy us. It's amazing to me.
Exactly. I'm like, really? Put your freaking colors out. If you don't like it, and you're trying to steal our culture, be honest about it. You act like us as American Indian people can't take the truth. That's our ancestry. We can take the truth no matter how ugly it is. We take the truth.
It ain't just Africa. It ain't just Africa. Look at the Kardashian people, where they come from. Look at all the nations. We're talking about every nation of people in the world. They copy off American Indians. They copy off American Indians. You got to understand these things.
But want to steal our culture.
But treat us like peasants.
Exactly.
Our R&B, everything that we have, when it comes down to athletes, even with athletic, our athletes, everything that we have, they have stolen culture. Oh my goodness, I finally got mute y'all mics. If you're in there, I want you guys to mute your mics. We finally got Chief. We got Chief in here. Oh Lord, Chief Lemons. Man, this
I
is
ain't
my
mute my mic. He can't talk. I ain't mute my mic. He can't talk.
I'm about to mute my mic because I've been waiting for him to talk. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, what's up? How's everybody doing?
Oh, we doing
Can
fine.
y'all
We
hear
just
me?
wait. This is the
Oh,
first
okay,
time
okay. That's a
we
new
get a
person. I
chance to
can't
hear
see.
you talk. No, this is Chief Flemings.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. I'm just chiming in and see what y'all talking because I've been going in and out because I'm doing some laundry and all that stuff. So for me, I might be I'd be kind of busy and stuff. So what was it
I
y'all was talking about?
we were oh man, multiple stuff, man. We were just talking about how other cultures love to copy our cultures and then they put us down. It's amazing that our culture has been, we when it comes down to our music, we talk about Chuck Berry. When we talk about Chuck Berry, all the music that has been stole from him, Elvis Presley, and all these the Beatles, and we talk about multiple times. But they laugh at us, but they steal our culture. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of thieves going around there. Yeah, Chuck Berry, he's one of the legends and stuff. I really like his style, his music, and all that. So um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to say. I know y'all talking about like religions and all that stuff. Me, I'm just more like a spiritual.
Yes, that's me.
I don't really go by no scriptures and all that because I just believe in the natural of the universe, which God
That's
is
me.
the universe. And because like I said, I am a tribe of my family, which we are unrecognized tribe, which is the Chickasaw and the Alabama Creek Indians, which they are descended from the Aztec and the Mayans. So I go way back to my ancient bloodline. So when you think talking about some religions and all that stuff, like putting this either Christian or Catholics or Muslim and stuff, that stuff then they came to like to 1600. So you got to go way beyond 1600, and that's why I would say I cannot subscribe to that stuff because they was more into the universe. They was more into the stars and the cosmology and all that stuff. So cosmos. So that's why I say I don't even like subscribe to that. I just try and go back where my ancestors were, my ancient ancestors were.
Now I want to ask you a question. Now you and I had conversations before, Chief, and you had a battle with the Mexicans. I remember you coming on one of the channels, one of my videos, and you had a serious battle with them, and they were trying to disclaim your culture because they so ignorant. And I want to ask you, what is wrong with some of these Mexicans who tend to cling with the white man?
Well, actually, man, they're actually related to each other. You know, and when I was mentioned about the Mexican, you know, like I said, the Aztec and the Mayans, man, and you know, anywhere that's connected to Central America, that's still part of Mexico. So those are not the real, like, you know, say it was a battle with them. They're not the real Mexican, not by blood. And I bet them. I say, well, why don't you just do your family's records and documents and proving that, I mean, you're Mexican. Because if it doesn't match your blood don't ties to this land here, then you're not really Mexican. Now, and I say, I bet your your bloodline and your family is going to tie right back to freaking Europe, which that's why I call it Latino. Latino is short for Latin, which is a Latin, but it's a language, but it's still over Europe.
Wow. And they got the audacity to be talking. And I realize that they have a lot of strong feelings. Not all of them, but the most that I have met have a lot of bad feelings towards so-called African Americans. And the reason why I say so-called, because that's been going on. You know, that's what they've been airing out, lying to our people for many years. We have Cherokee, Chief this Cherokee on here. How you doing? You've been trying to get in?
I just been sitting back. Listen, I had to take a phone call right quick. And grand rising to you, brothers. How y'all
Grand
doing?
rising to you. And shout out to Lyrica Neville in the house. Lyrica, shout out to Lyrica Neville. Now go ahead,
Lyrica.
What you say, Chief? What's going on? What you think about what we've been talking about?
The topic has been real great. I'm more spiritual than anything. I pulled away from the church years ago, and I realized that it was more to life than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this doesn't resonate with my soul. So when you figure out that it doesn't resonate with your soul, you have to do more research. And now that I've become more spiritual, I've tapped into my roots. I go to the ancestors for everything. And that religion, it's man-made religion. If you look it up, you can go online. There's an online Bible on it's called the Religious Instructions of the Negroes in the United States. They put this in place to keep you submissive because it was too much of us over here after the Civil War, and it made them nervous. So if you Google that and go check it out, the Religious Instructions of the Negroes in the United States, created by man.
Wow. That's why I say when we talk about knowledge is power in the things that we have to learn with each other, and I've been stating this, Chief, this for a very long time, is that we don't do research as a people. What we don't do is to go out and search and read. We have a problem with reading, and this is how they got us years ago, through reading.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, our people really knew how to read. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the scholars of this educational system.
Of the world.
Yes, but the thing is, we've allowed church to overrule our spirituality. That's a spell. And a lot of our sisters don't realize it's not about dragging the children into the church anymore. It's not about dragging a man in the church anymore. This is all taboo. Like y'all say, we have to leave this government construct. It's not good for us.
It hasn't helped us.
First of all, I know people don't like me saying this. When we birth our children.
You say what you want on this channel. You say what you want on this channel.
When we birth our children in the hospital, we birth in death, which brings along the death certificate. Your birth certificate and your social security number ties you into this system. Everything's connected to your driver's license. It's all a tracking device. So we got to send this shit back to them.
And don't forget about your CHL license to carry, all that dry ties you to the system.
Yeah, all these so-called codes, policies, and statutes, they don't have nothing to do with the indigenous person on the land. Whether you went to prison or not, none of this has to do with the indigenous people of the land because you're indigenous. This corporate construct is not ours. There's two types of operating out here, in the private life and in the public life. And we must learn how to contract. So once we get away from those systems, the birthing of the children, you even got to remove your child away from the damn school systems because it makes them ward to the state. They feel like they have the right to say and do what the hell they want to do with our children. Your children is your property. Everything you own is your property.
Give me 1 second, Chief. This Naja, could you back out? I got a new guest coming in. Give me. I need you to control the chat, Naja Welch.
I can come back in if somebody
No,
want to jump back in.
no, you're good.
But I was just picking back on my brother, what Real Rap was saying about this law. We have to learn this law and get away from this system. We got to. And the system is so easy. You can teach this to the teenagers and get them prepped and ready. And that's real talk.
Oh, we got somebody new. I get so excited when I see some new people. Man, I just get so excited because we're building strong. Let's go to the brother to the right at the bottom, far bottom. Clark, I think Mr. Clark.
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
How you doing? Peace and blessings to you.
Same.
Go ahead.
I just got invited to the discussion, and I'm just listening right now, my brother.
Okay, that's fine. What you say, Rich?
What's up, baby? How y'all doing this morning? What I want to formally introduce y'all. That's my brother and my friend, RL. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have nothing to say right now. I'm just tuning back in. So
okay, we're gonna get back to Sister Cherokee. Go ahead, Sister Cherokee. I needed you to go today back to the law, Sister Cherokee.
The law is
a
beautiful thing. We're just human capital and don't even realize it. And this system is not good for us. Even being a citizen, you low class. A citizen don't mean shit. Excuse my language. It don't mean not one thing. But we have to get rid of these instruments that we're using to withdraw from the system. We don't even need this government system. We was the government system, pretty much.
Yeah, I think what goes on with a lot of our brothers and sisters that we have been for so long brainwashed coming out the womb. I think this disease coming out the womb, and I call it a disease when you don't have the opportunity to know self-awareness on who you are unless your parents gave it to you. You just go with the flow of what the world and what the society has told us who we are. We have let the world dictate who we are.
And I think tell you what to do, Chief. And tell us what to do. We don't need nobody to tell us what to do. When you leave your house, who tells you what to do?
That's what I'm saying. In 1988, we're talking about 25 years ago. When we were talking about Jesse Jackson coming up with the word African. Now, our people never went by the word African. They either called us color, they called us Negro, but they didn't go by the word African. Now I'm talking about what the pale face have called us. Multiple names the pale face have called us. We are the only people that have been reclassified with multiple names. We have so many names. We have been called black. The word black is not. I want people to understand. Are you dead? The word black means dead. We are the only people that has been used in a color and in words of color.
Can I say something, my brother?
Go ahead.
I think it's important for us to understand that as a people, privileged society has tried to assimilate us into their social construct. You think about the term white. There's no such a thing as white. White is a created social construct in order to keep blacks or us as a people minimalized or marginalized. When they came from overseas to the Americas, they were Irish, German, British, but they came over here and created this quote unquote system of whiteness, which is a social construct in order to keep us excluded from any part of anything that potentially can be something to lift us up as a people. And so I agree with that. I don't think that we need to allow ourselves to just conform, but this construct, this social construct that we live in, is built upon illusion, delusion, and exclusion.
Hold on, my brother. Could somebody please mute their mic? Go ahead, brother.
I said this whole social construct in which we live is built upon illusion, delusion, and exclusion. They have tried, and I'm going to say privilege society has tried to keep us in a particular construct, social construct, to keep us at bay. We were never intended to be anything in America but slaves. That's it. I'm just keeping it real. And so everything they do in reference to us as a people collectively is to keep us within that construct that they established. So what else can you say? Everything they spoon feed us with appeasement politics and all of these different things of that nature. And, many of us fall for it. But I think, like you said, we have to enlighten ourselves and educate ourselves and start building up our community as a whole and stop allowing this construct to dictate to us who we are and what we are.
That's right. I think that what people don't understand is we were not slaves, and that's what we're trying to make everybody understand, that every melanated person were not slaves in America.
True, but we were brought here for that purpose, though.
No, not everybody. So I don't know if the brother
Who
told
was brought here? Who was brought
brought
here
here.
for that purpose?
I'm saying us
Because we were already
black
here.
people.
We were already here.
Well, we were already here.
That
According to your birth certificate, you were already here. If you were born on this land, you were already here.
Well, I understand what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about in the historical context.
No, sir.
Now, is that not what we're talking about? The historical context.
In a historical context, my brother,
You believe, my brother? You believe you come from Africa?
Listen, my brother. I to be honest with you, based upon most of our histories, most of us couldn't trace our history back past the 1700s.
Okay, where was your mother born at?
My mother was born in Texas.
Where were you born at?
Texas.
Well, then you an American Indian. You indigenous American Indian all day long.
Well, I know what I have in my blood. You asked me where I was born. I know my history.
That's your blood.
That's your blood.
I know what my history.
Have you ever? Do you have the same cheekbones and the same nose as an African? Do you look like African? You look yourself in the mirror. You see African?
Huh? I know that part of my history is from Africa. Yes.
What part?
What's your blood type? What's your blood type?
What part?
I think I'm B.
You think you're B?
You talking about your blood? You talking about your blood?
You said blood type, correct?
No, sir. We're asking you.
No, listen. He asked me blood type. Clarify your question. Don't be ambiguous.
Excuse me one second. But can someone drop the link? If you can't, let me know. Someone Copper or Empress want to get on the link. So can somebody just drop the link for? If not, I can drop down and let y'all do it.
You drop down, brother, because ain't nobody doing it better than you right now. Go ahead.
All right, well, y'all go ahead. Continue the show.
Go ahead, brother.
So, Chief, did you ask him his blood or you ask him his lineage?
I asked him his blood, and I'm also asking his lineage. I'm asking what his blood type and what his lineage.
Now I've told
And he
you.
said he thinks that he's B.
Okay.
He said
I
he
believe
thinks
I'm B. Yes, I believe I'm B.
Okay.
From all respective medical purposes, I'm B.
Okay. And where you?
And if you want to ask me my lineage
Yes.
is a mixture of things. I have family from Senegal. That's part of that heritage that we've traced back. I also have indigenous to Native American in Texas, and through my grandmother, but also I identify, and I'm going to say this, as African American, and that's the social construct that we have been designated in this present day. Now, I know the argument is that we don't have to conform. I know, but that's a social construct, bro. We got to call it what it is. It's a social construct that has been established.
Okay,
there's no such a thing as white. There's no such a thing as white people.
And it's no such thing as Mr.
That's a social
and Mrs.
construct
either.
that That's a social construct that they established. Are you familiar with the Bacon Rebellion?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, the Bacon Rebellion was when the individuals colonized America, the Americas. We know that there were already Native Americans here.
Indigenous American
Indians. Native Americans don't have nothing to do with us.
But listen carefully. You Native Americans
they're not even native here.
Go back and read up on the Bacon Rebellion. The purpose of the Bacon Rebellion was to keep any of the lower class individuals from rising up out of the construct that they created here. You had what they call indentured servants, and then you had what you call slaves, or individuals they brought here from their native land of Africa. What happened was these indentured servants and these slaves got together and fought a rebellion against the quote-unquote privilege.
That's not true. That is not true.
Listen, sir.
No, sir.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
When they did the Reconstruction era, that's what they did.
I'm gonna let original copper, Empress, I'll be able to rebuttal what you're saying. Then I'm gonna go back to you.
Well, go ahead. Well, let me finish. You didn't even let me finish first.
Go ahead.
Let me say this, bro. I have a PhD in this. I do more research. I've written books. I got books, published books.
PhD from the white man don't mean nothing, brother.
No, I have it from a black school, HBCU, my brother. So let's don't even.
And who started the HBCU?
Let's don't even play that game.
Who started the HBCU?
It doesn't make any difference. I'm an independent thinker. I'm a philosophy doctor.
Okay, can I ask you
in other words, I speak 5 languages. I'm a philosophy doctor. I'm a lover of wisdom.
Okay.
I search and I research.
Okay.
I don't allow this construct that we've been given to dictate who I am. That's why I don't affiliate with any political party. I'm an independent.
Okay.
I'm not going to be on the Democratic plantation or the GOP plantation.
But we don't deal with either party at all. So we're not a part of any of them plantations.
So I'm an independent because I believe each party forces us to conform to the construct that they created for us, and I will not do that.
Okay, I have a question.
Did that when you just sat there and said that they brought us on a boat? Where are the proof that the boat existed, sir?
I'm telling you from history. I've traced my history back. I know how we got here.
Where did you trace them to? Can I ask you where you traced them to? Where did you trace them to?
All the way back to Senegal.
Okay, in Senegal, where you say Senegal is? Because according to what year was like?
Well, based upon what year,
1960. Those places didn't exist.
Hold on, brother. Let her talk. We let you talk.
Those places didn't exist. So how did they trace you to Senegal?
These places they just started naming these places back in like the
Exactly.
1950s and 1960s. So
Okay,
how
well,
do you trace your
what is?
people back when they
Can
supposed to
I
be
ask you a
bringing your
question?
people?
Where do you
No,
live? Where do
I
you
live in
live?
Tennessee. I live in Tennessee,
What part of Tennessee?
Nashville.
Okay, when did they name Nashville Nashville?
Nashville was Nashboro, wasn't Nashville.
Okay, well
We
then
named
let me.
Nashboro,
So
but
why you call
hold
it? Why
on,
you
this
call it?
Let
wasn't
her
even
Why do you call?
talk.
Tennessee.
Let her
Tennessee
talk.
is not the original name
Hold on,
either.
hold on. I have to mute your mic, my brother, because you gotta let her talk. We're gonna let you talk. Go ahead, sister.
Tennessee is not the original name, and we know that. It was named after an Indian chief. And first and foremost, the indigenous people always been here. They did not bring us from nowhere. How did y'all get the concept that Mongolians was here before the indigenous people, meaning the organic people from the dirt? Let's get that understood. Before there was any mixing, these people ain't been around that long, sir.
All
They
you
ain't been
got to
around that
do
long.
is
So y'all
Google.
giving them a whole landmass that they didn't even exist during the time. We've been here forever. If you think people
Forever.
just thought that we just popped up out of nowhere, we've been here forever. And during the time of the Reconstruction eras, when they reconstructed everything, and this included every book that you even quoting out of, went and dug in, all that shit been touched.
Sir,
Okay, go
can
ahead,
I
brother.
ask a question? Can I ask
Go,
a question?
go ahead,
No,
sis, and then
okay.
we're gonna go back to him.
She
Then we're
asked
gonna
me a
go
Go
back.
ahead,
question.
go because I can't.
Go ahead, Cherry
She,
King. Then we're gonna go back to him. Go ahead.
Do you have your birth certificate?
yeah, I have a birth certificate. You have one too,
Yeah. So what does it
because that's
say on
part of
your
the
birth
construct.
certificate? What does it say on your birth certificate, sir?
Specifically, be specific, my sister. You can't just say it
Where
says a
does
lot of
it say
things.
you were born at on
It
your
tells
birth
me I was born
certificate?
in Lubbock, Texas, is what it tells me. Yeah.
All right
You
then.
and does it say African
Does it
American
say
on that
African?
birth certificate?
No,
Does it
it
say
says
What does it
African?
not
it
African?
says it says black is what it says.
It
You
says
said what?
black, huh?
It says
And,
black.
and you do know that you know black means nothing, don't you?
It means civil
That's
mortuus. It
not
means
true.
dead. It
You
means
dead,
dead.
right?
Yes, it does. It means dead. And
It
now,
means
where is
dead.
this? Did they trace your family back to a slave manifesto? Because I know for a fact slave manifesto exists. Because on my tree, my people was their own slaves. They had slave manifestos, but these people was here in America. They wasn't brought from nowhere.
Let me ask you something.
Only people
And
were
the reason
bringing was
why
the British. They was bringing their people over here in these 13 colonies.
you
Why
asked
you
me a
why
question, you
do you
asked me a
believe?
question earlier. Can I answer the question?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead
answer
with
the
the
You
first
question.
said
person.
Go ahead.
you talked about things. You said those places weren't called that before. Well, I asked you a question because I want to be pragmatic about how I state what I'm about to state. I said, "Where are you from?" You said Tennessee, correct? And what did you tell me? You told me Nashville, and you said the original name was what? I'm asking a question.
It's Tuskegee. It's high. It's not Tuskegee. I can't remember. But it's not
Okay.
Tennessee, but it was named
Well,
after
why
Indian
don't?
chief.
Okay. No, you said you're from Nashville, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said the original name was what?
I just sat there and said it. I remember it's not for the sea, but it's not Tennessee. It just
Okay.
it's
But
Tuskegee.
but when you
Huh?
but if you were to tell me where you live, you told me you live in what? Nashville. You didn't tell me the original name that you are professing that it's called by.
Nashboro was
Why?
the original.
Because you have
Nashville is what they
conformed.
changed it. It was boroughs.
You
We
have
had
conformed
boroughs.
to the construct. You have conformed to the construct that was given you. So you call it Nashville. I live in New Orleans. This city has had been under many different.
You live where, sir?
I live in New Orleans. This city
He
has been
lived
under
in the town of
different.
If you live
Indians,
in New
where
Orleans, if you live in New
Indians
Orleans,
farm
if you
grounds
Lord.
if
and
you live
have
in New
Mardi
Orleans, you are Indian, brother.
Gras.
You ain't no African, my brother. If you live in New Orleans.
You're not listening to me. But I'm saying that
Nowhere on your
you.
birth certificate, my brother, it's going to say you Pan
For
African. You need to
I
stop
just want
playing
to see the
No, I
slave
games.
didn't say that,
manifesto.
sister. Don't
Please tell me that you have a slave manifesto to your family documents.
You are from these lands, and if you check your
Do
mother's
you
birth
do you ever
certificate, she's from these lands as well.
do you,
Mr. Peanut Nola, I'm out of here. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.
look, my brother? You got to understand what we're trying to tell you is a lot of us been lied to. Okay. Yo, I don't know what brother Richard, brought you to, but we don't believe in African theory. Okay, a lot of the lies that have been told to us, we are presenting to you by blood. Now, my background, my father was Choctaw Nation. Okay, from Mississippi. My mother was Cherokee from New Orleans. Okay, they got together and had me. Okay, now I live a long line, a long history of us. You may not know that I'm not. Look at your cheekbones. Look at your lips, my brother. Look at who you are and look at them. Compare yourself to what an African is. You're not an African, my brother. And I'm looking at your features. Now, if you came in here and I didn't see your nose and I didn't see your lips, you showed who you are. You have no features of an African, my brother.
They
And that's
wasn't
no
bringing
disrespect.
Africans no way. They was bringing European and Irish and huh?
What's on your birth certificate?
What's on mine? Sir, I'm in the nation. I'm Sue. I'm in the nation. I'm in my nation.
What's on your birth? I asked him what's on his birth certificate.
What's on mine? I don't have black on it. I don't even have black on mine. All I have, I don't even have the identity of black on mine.
It's nothing on there. I forget after the 60, 65, they don't even put that on
I don't have African on mine. I don't have that on mine, my brother.
And I can show you my birth certificate right now. It's nothing on there.
They gave you that roots perspective. They told you were slaves.
Sure did.
Let me ask you a question, bro. You think that your ass came from Africa on ships and chains, and you were shitting and pissing, and they brought you? You giving that white man all that power? You ain't come your ass from no Africa. You giving him that power.
They ain't never had that type of power. Only over on their own.
They ain't never had that power. They were slaves. Did you know that they were slaves? Did you know that they were slaves? Did you know that they were slaves? They got them ships. Them ships have engines. The ships that they got right now have technology. They had sailboats back then. So they had people, if you were shackled in chains, you would have been shitting and pissing on yourself. You would have caused such a disease where your ass wouldn't have made it here. That it's impossible to get such a mass amount of people from one region to all the way here, my brother. You ain't gonna get that many people.
And you know what, Amani Bay, I agree with him. He look more European than he do African, so I'm trying to.
You don't have not one piece. You don't have not one piece of African in him. I would give you more European than African.
Me too.
Have I been to Africa? No, my brother has. My brother was in the military. My brother told me and showed me all the stuff. He told me that they don't even accept. He wanted to live there. They don't even accept him in their tribes. They don't want. They said that he's not a part of their tribes, my brother.
They know you're not.
They want him to go back home, brother. They don't accept you. I don't hear him no more. Y'all can hear him? We don't hear you no more, my brother.
You know, some people we don't understand. We don't hear nothing he's saying. But I'm gonna get this out. They will adopt you into their tribe. That doesn't mean you came from their tribe.
All skin folks ain't kin folks. That's just the bottom line.
Exactly. He look more European than he do anything. So,
like I said, my brother, you got some good knowledge, but you need.
Your phone is messed up. We don't hear
your
nothing.
Phone, we can't hear you, brother. It's like you. All right. Oh, okay. Now we can hear you.
What's your name of your Sinhalese ancestors? What's their name? Their last name, first name?
We traced it back to a tribe. I didn't know name.
Did you trace them back through? Did you trace them back through DNA, or did you trace them back through
Yes.
paperwork?
No. Through all the above. My sister did our family tree.
I'm asking, did you trace them back through DNA?
DNA and
I'm done.
All I'm saying, my brother, you seem like a great person. All I'm saying is that they can manipulate you. They can lie. That the white man. I'll write this. So if the white man can lie about so many things that he lied about, even lying that the Messiah was a white man, why can't you grasp the fact that he could even say that you come from another land base and you've been here already, bro? That you already been here.
If they trace them back, if they trace you back to your people over there, what's their last names? Because they can't just say this that's your tribe. Your tribe, your people have to be in this tribe, and they have to have a last name.
Because you're probably walking around with the name of a slave on the back of your back, right?
No, I'm not.
I mean, where's your people traced to slavery? That's all we're trying to ask you. We trying to be respectful.
I gave you the question. I told you, Senator.
No, we want to know their names. I'm just asking. You said your sister did the research.
Yeah,
then she had to trace. She can't trace you to a landman, and she can't just say that's your tribe. Your people have to have a name in their tribe.
True, you're right, and I'm looking for it now.
So, did they trace themselves back to y'all? Because it works both ways, right?
No.
I'm done.
Man, my brother, Africa don't even want you.
Bro, I go there regularly. That's why I say you ain't never been there. I've been there. I know where I'm from.
I don't have to go there to not know that I know where my people from.
I'll tell you this. You've been there. Why you back there? I don't understand people who go. What I understand is people who go to Africa, say they went to Africa and everything. Well, why the hell you ain't stay your ass in Africa?
Because I live here. I grew up here.
If y'all so much representing Africa, I'm trying to figure why y'all not going back. Because, see, this is a problem I'm having. Y'all still pushing that slave narrative. Y'all love Africa so much, but don't ever go to Africa and live.
My sister, you being real facetious right now.
Why you say that? I'm speaking what is real. A lot of people want to be
facetious right now.
People already been misled and with this what you will call
you just asked that man why he don't go back to Africa if that's what he gonna claim when the man was born. He told you he was born here. Like why you trying to be funny, bro? I brought this man. I invited this man on this panel to talk with y'all. You dig? And since he been on here, y'all been cutting him off and everything else. But you say, I don't mean no disrespect, but y'all being very disrespectful.
No, bro. I gotta disagree with this. That's the first part. Richard, you sound more offended than anybody.
I ain't saying a word. We're coming up. Listen, my brother.
Listen, brother. We coming with the man is bringing. He came to an indigenous channel, and when you come here and you talking about the African conscience, maybe you should have warned him what he was getting into, because we don't believe in that African shit.
We know for a fact, I've been in the nursing field for a long time, and ain't no damn way that your people laid on their side in piss and feces. That alone would have killed you, not to mention the bad sores your ass would get. Not to mention, if you're not moving around, your body is dying because there's no circulation. In order for blood to continue to go through your body, you must move around. So if y'all believe that your people was these supernatural people that laid in piss and shit across water for months at a time, that we know right to this day can't a still boat cross, but you lay and all of a sudden you just jumped off the boat and started being America. Then you need to really go and do some deep searching yourself.
And,
Because you couldn't even do that today. So what
we
makes you
can't,
think
we
that you're
can't
doing
live
it
in
anyway?
emotions. We can't. That's the problem now. We trying to worrying about what we say and living in emotions. Ain't nobody cuss this man out. We're
I
sitting
ain't
here
cussed him out.
telling this man of so the bottom line is what we're talking about is the truth of melanated people, that all melanated people did not come from Africa. So we're trying
Let
to
me tell you this. You know what, brother?
we're letting this brother realize that.
Can I say something? I've been listening. What language are you speaking right now?
We're speaking
in
the English language.
We speak English,
We're
but which
speaking broken language.
that belongs to the Europeans.
How can that belong to the Europeans, sir? Since you jumped on here for his defense, when they did not even know how to speak, they was up in the Caucasus Mountains forever. When Europe was already being ran by melanated people.
We're
So
talking
again,
about
sir,
Listen, you didn't even let
we're
me
talking
finish.
about melanated
What
people.
language
We're talking
are
about
you
melanated
speaking?
about,
Europeans, because
ma'am?
I got pictures.
What language are
We're
you
talking about
speaking?
Ma'am,
melanated
what you
Europeans.
talking about?
I am speaking a broken language, which is of German, English, and other language formed together
Scottish and
to
Irish and
create
Dutch.
this language that
Okay,
we're
I'm
speaking.
done. I'm done. Because you're talking all of
Technically,
this
we never even had a
indigenous
language.
people stuff, but yet you speak in English. In other words, you conform to the construct that was created.
You conform to that narrative that they brought your people across that damn water.
You don't conform to the construct.
I never said that. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. I never said that my people
He
didn't
might be a
assimilate.
European.
I never did say
He might be
I
a
didn't say my people didn't assimilate. But what you must understand as well, that the first people that came across those waters was not pale-skinned Europeans. They was.
You just proved my point.
They were melanated Europeans.
We left out of our tribes and assimilated, started going out from out of the south, going to the up, because when they started coming over here colonizing, and it wasn't a damn white man that colonized. It was people that looked like us.
Yeah, the Caucasian came later on. The Caucasian came later on.
Hold up. Chief wanted to talk to you. Chief Flemings wanted to respond to you. Go ahead, Chief Flemings.
Yeah, the Caucasian people came to like later on, like the 1700s. So yeah, she was correct. The ones that look like us, which those are melanated Europeans that came over here colonizing us. In fact, you want to be technical, they were the first Republicans.
We are the Republic. It was
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not the Republic. See, the Republican is actually the melanated Europeans. We was actually the Confederacy, and that can be traced back to the freaking the Aztec.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
So no, we never was the Republican. That was set up for the melanated Europeans. Then they brought the Caucasian people over and then came up with this Democrats, so they wanted to have their own stuff. That's why the Caucasians for Democrats and the Republicans for melanated Europeans. But we was the Confederacy, and you could check that. You could do research on that. Go back to it.
I know that we were the
Confederacy. Answer the question. What did you assimilate into?
What did
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about assimilating in anything. I know what my grandmother, my great-great-grandfather, I know my family, who they told me who I am. I don't know who told you was African. I'm going by bloodline.
You could be a European. You could be one of those Europeans that colonized our people.
And became Christians. When I say assimilated, they became Christians. So they left they left all that behind, the spirituality, and then they quit farming. They started letting other folks, when they started colonizing, when they was running us from fucking one part of the continent to the other part, and wherever we went to set up shop, we still was building. Now, like I said before, why if they traced you to these people over in Singalese, whatever, Singathal, whatever you say, why they ain't trace those people back to you on your tree? That don't make no sense. How can you trace yourself one way, but them people can't trace themselves back this way?
Yeah, they said we also spoke Latin. We also spoke Latin.
Sure did.
Yeah, so we also spoke Latin. So a lot of things. We're not saying that the white supremacists have not did a lot of bad to everybody. Nobody's not saying that.
Some was already coming here and they wasn't doing all that. Some of them, like Amani Bay said, the majority of the Palestinians came between the 1870s and the 1930s, and that's when they was coming over here in that large quantity, as you would call the Great Migration. That's when they was coming over here.
And they had a Naturalization Act.
Yep.
Can't forget about.
I tell you what. I tell them what. If you did your tree, won't you start looking for land patents, wills, and probates? That'll tell you where your people, if they owned anything. Because if they were slaves, how the hell did they own anything?
Correct.
Slaves can't own nothing.
Correct.
See, and you have a misunderstanding of that, and that's why I told you to go back and read the Bacon Rebellion when they had.
How you gonna say that's a misunderstanding? They was the Palestinians was to never own nothing. They've been running around here acting like they selling shit, but they can never own the land. We have the patents to the land.
Okay, well, I'm going to say one thing, and I'm done. You had different kinds of slaves. You had indentured servants and you had slaves. What they created after the Bacon Rebellion was a hierarchy system to disparage and to put people of color into perpetual servitude. In other words, eternal servitude.
They put everybody, including themselves, with their birth certificate.
Other individuals who were not melanated, and I'll use that term, they could buy their way out of slavery. They could pay off debts and different things. We couldn't. If your mama was a slave, you are forever a slave.
Well, I guess that can't be exclude me because my mama wasn't no slave.
My mother wasn't a slave, so it doesn't include everybody. My brother, did you know that Indian people, that they had slaves also? And do you know the difference between a mongoloid? Now listen, my brother, I'm talking. Listen, do you know the difference of a mongoloid and a difference of a Aborigine person? We're not claiming to be a Native Americans. I want you to understand. You came into this channel without knowing who we are. We not, what I'm saying is we're not claiming to be Native Americans. Native Americans migrated from Siberian Asia. We're not claiming.
Okay.
Everybody. Anybody that's born in America is a Native. Anybody born here is a Native.
No, I have a question with that. I have a question with that, but I'll let y'all talk.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
Well, are you talking to me or are you talking to the other guy?
Yes, you were saying something.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have a question here. If these Mongols are supposed to be Native American, which their bloodline doesn't tie to this land here, and it ties to Asia, how is that possible that they're Native American?
These are just the same.
That's what I've been saying a long time ago.
Because it doesn't. Because hold on. Because hold on. Because it sounds to me like they're taking our identity once again. But it don't. Exactly. So that's why I don't give them that power. That still give them power. That's like saying a Chinese person was born in Africa, but that give them what, Native Africans? I mean, those Native Africans wouldn't even like that.
Hey, have y'all ever put in Afrikaners in your search engine? I guarantee you Afrikaners that think you're the Africans. I guarantee you that you're not going to pull up people that look like you. You're going to pull up them. The prime example of an African, what you would call an African American would be Obama. But he knows that his father is Kenyan. So he will be a Kenyan American.
That makes sense. So I make him as an African American.
His father's nationality.
Actually, his mother is of European descent. So I wouldn't even call him American.
No, but you know they try to say he was born here, but we know that his mom is European. So technically will be British or something. He's a whole foreigner, basically. But if they was
Yeah,
gonna ever call anybody African American, it would definitely be his ass. It wouldn't be
yep,
us.
you're right. And you're right too about
Well,
native.
he
Anyone
ran
could
out of
be
fuel.
born. That could be anywhere. So I definitely agree with you. I just don't like when they attach that native there because they don't have no tie to this land here.
Nope.
Hey Richard, I want to tell you I love you, man. It's just I don't think you warned the guy. The guy didn't know what he was getting into, my brother. And I know you
Well,
feel like
look,
we disrespect them, but we don't. You know, you know about what we talk about.
Look, I invited them on because when I was listening, y'all were talking about the Bible, and this man is a Bible scholar. That's why I invited him on. You dig
Okay.
me? By the time I got back on, the conversation had just shifted, and y'all segued to something else.
Oh, so he came in and ran into to something else. That's why I said. I mean, you normally warn the people before you bring them to me. You know what I'm saying? And you never know what.
Well, hold up. If this channel is about learning, my brother, there should be no attack whatsoever. If he misinformed or unknowledgeable about something, that's not the way you go about teaching somebody, by teasing them or what they don't know. You understand?
No, I don't think we was attacking him. We were having dialogue with him.
No, we wasn't attacking him.
When the brother got emotional, then it seemed like we were attacking him because we're not. All of us are not claiming Africa over here. Okay, so I think you guys took it like we attacking him, but we wasn't attacking him, my brother.
We was asking questions.
We asked him questions, and it was getting hot in here. You know what I'm saying?
Where did he come from?
I'm gonna tell you why he got emotional. Because he thought everybody was still believing in this slave narrative that they brought millions of people, by boat over here, and it pisses me off. But I was just asking question after question because if he has this much knowledge, because he say he's HBCU, which is formed by so-called the pale skin people, they gave you that education. And everything they teaching you in those schools is to indoctrinate you. It's damn sure ain't to better you.
That's true. That's true.
All that came with the Reconstruction era.
And Brother Richard, for those who don't know, Brother Richard is a chief. Is a Indian chief, so he should know. That's why I was shocked that he brought the young brother into the wolves because you never know what guests I got on here. You heard me? It is what it is. We all from the waters. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is the brother could have got a little heads up coming into an indigenous channel. Because this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? These some top guns on here who they're gonna stand by their word. And Chief, she just couldn't believe. We trying to get away from that root shit. We trying to get from that we should overcome bullshit.
And I dig that. Again, is if you want to teach somebody, it's a way you go about teaching them. You understand? That's all I said, man.
He just basically came in here and said by him coming from an HBCU, that we really basically was saying we don't know shit because he went through this indoctrination.
Right.
So he qualified more to tell us what really took place. Then went to an HBCU or went through college. That means he more qualified to teach you the same thing that the past skin taught him.
Well, hold up. All that came about when y'all got to the semantics about black and white and all these different labels. That's how that conversation started.
He said pale skin didn't exist. And then when we told him black means civil motifs means dead, he said, no, it don't. Yes, it does. This is why I'm saying people think because they've been to college.
Well, you got remember, I got out the truck, so I don't know where the conversation went after I got out the truck.
That's what you don't get it, bro.
Everything I heard leading up to that, like I'm telling you, was the semantics. Then I got out the truck. Now, what happened after that, I don't know.
Yeah, when we start asking questions, he was basically trying to tell us we couldn't tell him shit because he'd been to an HBCU. That's basically what he said in a nutshell. Let's keep it 100. He
They
said he been there. You know,
Oh,
he
I'm
said
back. I'm
he
back.
went to HBCU. He have traveled to Africa. They said if you ain't traveled outside of America, your ass can't speak on this.
Well, he did.
Oh,
He did.
listen,
He
listen.
evangelized all over the world.
I got people that been all over the world, including my stepfather too. He was in the army. He served
Ma'am,
almost 30 years.
ma'am,
Is he
I
gonna
have
talk
a
about the Bible?
school. I have a school in India. I have a school in Africa. I speak 5 languages, and I write and speak those languages. What I'm trying to get you to understand is you are conforming to a social construct that was created for you. You can you can pontificate all you want to
what
on
you
this
doing that
phone.
to? You doing
Then
that
Can I
to
finish?
again, then when I
Brother,
come
can
on
I
and tell
finish?
him he done
Okay,
conform.
I guess I can't talk. Just let me finish and I'll shut up. What I'm saying is you can't pontificate like you're so independent and free. You're conforming to this social construct that was created for you because you live here in America. If you don't live here in America, then you're not conforming to it. You have assimilated. You can say whatever you want to, you have assimilated. You call things by what they dictated to you to call it. You live in
And that's the
Nashville, you
same
call
thing
it
they did in
Nashville.
Africa.
You call it Nashville, they call it Nashville, you call it Nashville. You drive in the car by the name they call it. You have conformed to this construct. So you can
them?
pontificate all you want to. You've
And what are you
conformed.
doing?
You've
And what
assimilated.
are
Much
you
like
I've,
doing,
European
sir?
I'm
blood
on
then.
the side
I've
What
because you
are you
live
assimilated.
in
I've
doing?
America
assimilated.
too.
What are you doing?
I've
You must
assimilated.
got
I've
European blood
assimilated.
then.
Wait, hold
I've
on,
assimilated. I admit it.
hold on.
You don't. I
Hold on.
accept
Hold
what
on,
I've
I
done.
ain't saying my people
You admit
assimilated. I know what they assimilated into. And by the way, back
Why you
Why
then,
you
yelling?
there
I'm
why
was
not
you
a
yelling
way of
at
screaming?
you.
Why
Why you
you
survival.
yelling?
The reason why
screaming?
they
first of all,
assimilated,
that's how she speak.
once we
That's
start,
how she speak.
Hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
sis.
okay.
for
So
one
everyone
thing, we
want to drop.
started assimilating once we started getting conquered. When all these people started coming over here running us from place to place on our own
You
fucking land.
still
That
conquer.
was the
You still
only
conquer.
reason
You
why we
still conquer.
assimilated.
You
Hold
still
on.
conquer.
Do I now?
No, you're still talking.
You're conquered because you literally ran up out of America thinking Africa was your homeland, and you gonna tell me that I'm conquered?
My people
I
are from
stand 10
Africa. I
toes
got
down, my
relatives
boy.
now that I talk to. That's where I'm from. So I don't know about where you from. I'm from Africa. I don't know where you from,
She
but
already
I'm from
told,
Africa.
Hey,
she
excuse
already
me,
told
y'all.
you where she
Excuse me.
from.
Wait.
She,
I already told you
1
where
minute.
I'm from. Africa
go ahead,
just as
brother.
colonized as
If you're from
America is. I don't know what make y'all think that Africa is not colonized. Africa is colonized.
They're around carrying Chung Lee
Pale
on their
skins on
backs.
their goddamn back. Hell, they even got pale skins. Same thing they did over here when they made these 5 civilized tribes and gave the pale skin over the 5 civilized tribes. That's the same thing they're doing in Africa. There's
They're
pale
carrying
skin
they're
and
carrying the Chinese
tribal
man.
people over there too.
They're carrying Asian men on their back.
Yes,
They're carrying
they
Asian
rub
men
their
on
chin
their
on their
back.
back now.
Can y'all
You want to
please
say we
drop the link?
colonized
what
and
part
we're
of
Share
conquered?
Africa?
the
That's
link.
bullshit. Because
Go
we
ahead,
What
were
part
go
of
ahead,
Africa?
Africans
Miss
way
Brother.
more colonized. And they were, and one thing we know, we don't just run up and kiss the pale man ass. Them goddamn Africans, I work for them. So you can't tell me I've been working for them for
Oh,
30 years.
don't slow
You
down
can't
now.
tell me they will leave a
Stupid ass
conversation
nigga.
talking to you and turn around and see a pale skin walk in the room with them and act like you didn't even say, oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? And be kissing their ass a man motherfucking long. So you can't tell me I don't know how to act. I know for a fact how to act. I've been working with them too long and I witnessed it from them. They give
Well,
them the
that's
utmost
And
respect.
majority of them don't like
They
you.
don't give
The
you that kind of
majority of them
respect.
here, they
brother.
don't
No,
even like them.
hey, bro, that's subjective. That's subjective to each
No, it
individual.
ain't, because this is what
Yes, it
I have
is.
witnessed. I have been
I
working with
don't do it.
Africans for almost
I
30
don't do
years,
it.
sir.
I don't do it. Matter of fact, my sister-in-law, we get ready to have a traditional African wedding. People coming from from Africa next month on the
Are
20th.
they jumping the broom in Africa?
No, we wearing traditional everything. The family's coming from
We
over
know
there.
because
My family.
that is American.
That's why I keep trying to
So
tell
The
you. I
what?
know
broom.
who my
Jumping the
family
broom was
is.
our shit.
I
So what
know
part
who
of
my
Africa?
family is.
What part
What
of
part of
Africa?
Africa?
I told you Senegal. I already told you this.
From
What's their
which
last
side?
name? You keep saying they
Which,
what?
which,
Did
which
you
side?
find
Mother
your
side,
people
father
name on the
side?
slave manifesto? Cause you
And
should have a
my
slave
nephew's
manifesto in order
name.
for them to
Let me
trace
let,
you
me-
to
let me tell you
singular.
this. My nephew's name is Dub Edwin. That's a
That's
traditional African name.
that's not an
His
African name.
brother's name
That's not like a
is
European name.
Emmanuel.
You're stealing
That's
No,
people's
a
no, no.
European
I'm gonna tell
name.
you
identities.
what his name. His
That's
name
a
is Dub
European
Edwin.
name. That's a European name.
That's the
No, it's
European name.
not,
It's
my
almost like you're
brother.
stealing
No, it's
people's
not, brother. No,
identities.
it's not. No, it's
You sound like
not.
you're stealing
That's
people's
his name. He's
identities.
called.
I talked. I've been around the real Africans. Wow.
Bruh,
You know I
I
know
have
their last
my
name
Yo,
because
man,
family
y'all
half
don't
of
know
their
what
lives
y'all
names you
in
doing.
can't even
Africa.
motherfuckers
Y'all
pronounce.
stealing their identities, and they don't like that.
Somebody
You're
ain't.
stealing their
I ain't
family.
stealing. Brother, you stealing it. My
I'm
family
not
lives
stealing
in Africa.
anything.
They'll be visiting here next
Foreigners are
month.
stealing
That
So
because
don't
you
tell
Africa.
me
went to
where I'm
Africa
from.
and set up post,
Don't
sir,
be
don't
telling
make
me
you
where.
African.
I didn't.
That's because you
Hey,
went there and set up
I didn't
post,
say.
don't make you
No, I'm
African,
not
sir.
African. You need to listen, ma'am. I'm not African. Being audible is very important. It's
So you're not
imperative.
African.
I
So
never said.
why are you claiming
Never
Africa?
said. Never said.
All right,
Excuse.
go ahead,
Ex-
sis, Chief's son out. I mean,
Yeah,
Chiefess.
I'm
Chiefess.
muting my
you
phone too.
sound like
Chiefess.
you bouncing
Cherokee,
all
Cherokee,
over the
Cherokee.
place. And for a minute, you said Pan African. Then, you saying something else. I, I'm not buying the PhD and everything because if your birth certificate say you born from over here, brother, this is where you born at. And you over here in Indian territory spitting shit. See, we got to quit being nice to y'all when y'all come over here. This is our stuff over here. So if you want to teach about Africa, go teach about Africa because this is indigenous land all day
No
long.
smoke.
We were never slaves, and you need to start doing some more research about the white cargo that
He's
was
talking,
brung
but I
over
guess he
here.
don't know that
I
he's on
can't
mute.
hear them neither.
People are emotional or attached to Africa.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know if Africa give these people this great strength, but for some reason they think all melanated people arrived up out of Africa, and that is not the damn truth. That
See,
is
we
not the truth
tired
because
of the
I can tell you
lies.
where it comes from. It
We
came from
tired
the
of the
Bible.
lies.
But if you read the Bible, you should know they say he bit from the apple. An apple ain't from Africa, it's from America.
See, we gonna start slaying all this,
Yes.
titles, and y'all want to put us over in Africa. Them days are over with. We're not
True
playing
God and Eve is
anymore.
right here in America.
Real talk.
Okay, we
They
go.
If y'all
trying to
gonna talk about that
whitewash
book
our
and try to
people.
connect yourself with that book, you might as well go on and break that whole book down and stop playing it.
Right. There's no more genocide of our people over here.
Nope.
We're standing up and taking back what's ours.
Facts.
And if you want to stay over there in Africa, stay in Africa. Much love to you, but
Can I
stay in
talk?
Africa.
Can I talk?
We
Can
don't
I
even
talk
want to
now?
hear you talk anymore.
Because y'all don't have no integrity.
We
You
have
have
plenty
no
of
integrity
I
at
got
all.
integrity.
plenty
Let
You don't
me
have
integrity.
a
tell
lick
you,
of
I
integrity.
come
You got
from
on
the
here
most
talking all this foolishness,
divine woman on the planet.
pontificating,
Do you
you're
hear me? The
pontificating,
most
talking this diet.
divine women and men on the planet. The most supreme. Get your ass out of here.
I'm sorry. I can't have him disrespecting this chat. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Okay,
He
I
ain't
had to
gonna
let
do
him
it on
know.
my watch, Chief. We here to
Yeah.
fight. We here to
That's
fight.
Look,
this
we're
kind
in
of
the
stuff.
information age, y'all. We're in the information age.
I
If
I mean,
you
I
still
got
running
two more.
around here with this old Mr. mentality, I don't want to have nothing to do with you no way, because y'all still with the Mr. man. Mr. told me this and Mr.
Mr.
said
told
that,
me
and
that.
Mr. got to be right, because why would Mr. lie to me?
It sound like you kissing a lot of Misters ass. That's what it
Hell
sound
yeah.
like.
Because if you take your ass to the Library of Congress, you'll find out for yourself that all they said was a lie.
Yeah.
You ain't
Famous
gonna
records and documents. Don't
disrespect the
lie.
divine goddess that brung us through here.
Okay,
They
we got
on
some
your
new.
bumper.
We got some new people to the stream. I'm trying to. Look. I gotta upgrade the stream yard to get more
I'm gonna
people.
leave,
I'm trying
Chief.
to do
I
that.
just wanted to come get him the business. He messing around on the wrong land.
All right,
That
all right,
part.
Timothy. Thank you, sweetheart.
Man,
Peace. We got your
Uh,
back, my brother. This is our shit. This is 2021.
uh, well, we're going on with the next. We gonna
shut
get back
the
in the chat.
front door. Shut the front door and go out the back.
Okay, okay. Look, we're gonna let let's see. I start letting some other people in here. Okay, look, the new. If you're new and you just came on, you can come on. I'll start with you guys. Go ahead.
Hey, it's me, it's Brother Rosell. How y'all doing?
How you doing,
Good.
brother?
It's good. Hey, I was just talking about this. You know, sometimes people will come up on your panel to just create the doubt of what you've been talking about. So
Facts.
if you have new people that was listening, and this guy just came up there and just started saying that about Africa, and y'all argue about it, it just put doubt in the newcomer's mind.
That's
And
why I
that's
left.
what,
That's why I had to let him go, man. That's why I had to let him
yeah.
go.
So, and you can see by what he was saying, you know, a lot of that stuff was incorrect. He threw up so many red flags. All of you all was about to get on him at one time. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know that that's a problem. Now, I don't care if he know all the Bible. You got to know more than just the Bible. You see what I'm saying? We
He's
all know this.
HBCU, honey. He said he's HBCU and speaks 5 different languages. So I guess that means we
And
just
college
some
stuff.
bottom ass Negroes that don't know a damn thing, basically, in other words.
Right. Our language came from over here anyway. I love for somebody to
Facts.
contest me on anything because I go pull the books up when they just run their mouth all day. And I giving them facts what the archaeologists have found, the ruins, the everything, the cups, the ornaments, the jewelry, the gold. I'm pulling up everything, and everybody just
Hmm.
run their mouth. Leave them people alone. Those are the ones that's working against us. All of us working together for a common goal, and it's for life. It's for everybody. It's for your people. And we don't got time for somebody. If he in love with Africa, go move there. Bye.
Bye.
Again, I'm tired of foreigners claiming our land. If you in love with Africa that much, take your ass on. Bye.
That's right. That's right.
He ain't keeping you here. So I'm tired of hearing folks Africa this, Africa that, when everything that you research on Africa is a copy of what they found in America. Ethiopia was in America first.
Facts. Facts.
Ethiopia moved 3 times, and you can't tell a nigga this.
Wow. And they talking about what gets me is I speak 3 different languages. What gets me is I am a preacher. I'm a pastor of all. I got my own churches and stuff like this. Let me tell you something. These are the people that I'm talking about you got to be concerned with that are damaging our race of people, our nation of people. The first thing that they come with is that white Jesus. That's the first thing they're going to do. When they come after you, they're going to come out with that Bible. Everything is with the Bible. And I
And
don't care
look,
what
I destroyed the
PhD
Bible.
you got.
I destroyed the Bible with their own stuff. You can go to Emory University today. You can go ask the people at Emory University. Can I see a picture of the slave Bible? Yes, we have it on display right next to the King James edition. They showing you the Bible is the slave Bible. They telling you at the college. And these dumb black people still won't listen. And they telling you how is it that the information at the Library of Congress is different from what you learned in school? That should be an issue right there.
Facts. And did I just not tell him he need to take his ass up out? Because what they taught you in school ain't true.
Correct.
What they taught you at these HBCUs ain't true.
Indigenous warrior, what you got to say about this? You been quiet.
Man, don't get me started, bro. I've been trying to jump in, but the sister been on his ass so bad, and I was like, well, shit, she had him behind my lightweight. I ain't got to do too much now because the day, I knew it was. I knew from jump it was some bull when he holler. Okay, when he said he was from Texas, he was born. His mama born here. He was born here. When they told you was a American Indian, right there, you should have dead that issue right there. No, you want to play Russian roulette. So let's play Russian roulette then. Now, the women got on your ass. You talking about you can't hear. No,
Exactly.
ain't going on with that, man. Facts are facts, and you can't argue with that. You want to be from, go be from Africa. If you go be with Africa, guess what? The Asian man over there carrying around on their shoulder like a pallbearer. That's your new slave master right there. We didn't see
But talking
multiple
about us
videos.
being colonized, when all that's over there, the Chinese that sat there and brought up, got
Look,
them
mama.
niggas up calling them all out their name and mistreating them and all kind of shit. Then you gonna say
Look, mama.
we over here, we still colonized. Fuck out of here.
It's been videos of me and Peanut that saw. Well, it's videos that me and Peanut saw. We just sent back. Let me tell you how crazy it is. It's videos that were me and Peanut saw in Africa. They praising the Asian man over there and picking him up and dancing with him like they do in New Orleans and stuff like that. There in Africa, they praising him, and in China, they beat the hell out of Africans in China.
Sure
Well,
is.
dude, I think we got Moon somebody in here in the chat, but I don't see him. Somebody, I think it's Moon.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. Look, I don't even see where you at, but go ahead on, my brother. Go ahead on.
Hold on, man. Peace to the chat. Peace to the panel.
What you got to say about all this, my brother?
I don't. It's 2020, 21, right?
Right.
So I don't see why would a man go back and forth with our empresses?
Thank you. That was number one what I saw.
That's some emotional. That's some emotional shit. Then he turned around. He said that he was a part of the Seminole Nation. Is that what he said? Correct. You better get
the Sinhalese, I thought he said, but I don't know. He was saying so much. He was all over the place. He was from Texas to now New Orleans.
Okay, so I'm in Texas right now, but he need to get off our shit. We ain't accepting that bullshit. And then he can go. He said he understood 5 languages, and he had what? Two churches overseas. Sound like a traveling.
Sound like a moneymaker to me. And I'm gonna have to close this because I got the officers, y'all. Lord, I got the officers about to move me, and because you can't park here, so they about to get me moved out of this spot. But I want to thank everybody who came on. What a powerful. Look, we're gonna have to look. Those who don't think like us, I'm gonna need y'all to start policing our chats. I was caught off by storm by this. I had no idea this was gonna happen. So I want you guys to understand that Peanut Nola 504, I definitely don't condemn anybody other than us coming on this channel because this is what happens, confusion, okay? So I will talk to the brother about it. Like I said, my brother Richard didn't know. He was bringing the man in for religion. He didn't know that the man was going to go in the deep end about Africa, okay? So we going I want to
if you know that we are spiritual people, why would he come with a Bible? That Bible is encoded for them that's a war book against the indigenous people of this land. They can take it for what it is, but they're showing you what they are doing. They didn't prophesy shit. They wrote it out so it's a play so they can play it
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna close it like this. I want to everybody in the chat, could you please hit the like buttons and share this video? Empress, I think you guys might want to make a video about this. Yeah, you guys might want to make a video about this, okay? Anybody who want to share this video, make a video of it. How Africans come to the defense. Yeah, this was a great example, okay?
Sure, I sure will.
Peace.
Okay, this was a great example. I'm about to let this thing go. But thank you guys. I love you guys. Peace and blessings to all my people in the chat.